You're new, Robert. Welcome to the Wileyverse, everybody. We are kicking off a brand new campaign tonight. New campaign, new layout. This campaign is called the Cardinal Bond, as all the characters are in a mercenary company called the Cardinal Bond, working out of Baldur's Gate. This is Dungeons & Dragons set in 5th edition in the Forgotten Realms, if you didn't get that from Baldur's Gate. Hello, Wolfmaster. Welcome.
Wolfmaster, you're already here. Hey, Wes, you're the man, dude.
So, set in 5th edition, Forgotten Realms, and they're starting off at first level. We have with us, hey, you made it. Down at the end now is Mitch, who is playing Erevar. These characters should be in the overlay on the side as well. Mitch is playing Erevar,
Only on
the if you have your own browser.
I'm Erevar.
He's Erevar, a half-elven rogue
He's a
and
cute guy.
former pirate.
Bang, bang, bang. Erevar.
Kaylin is playing Laura Dove, our new player. You've seen her.
The keyboard. What is this? Oh,
yeah,
it's a brand
new campaign starting tonight.
We lost Robert. He died in a horrible plane crash.
Robert's not making streams anymore.
His availability conflicted with what we were doing, so he's done. We've dropped Dragonborn. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to play a short single session for a couple of times. It's going to be a persistent campaign. Take them to about 5th level and see where they want to go from there. If we end up liking these characters, we'll continue to do this. If we don't, then it'll be short because
Wes brought up a good point though. You're dating. You're Mitch.
Oh, did I mess it up? Okay, I'll fix it.
You did do a mess up.
I messed it up.
A heckin' mess up.
Oh, so me and Mitch just change spots?
No, look, see, you're Mitch.
Well, I know, but it's also got the character name.
No, look at how easy that is. There's no physical necessity to stand up anymore. No, what are you doing with the Cardinal Bond? What are you doing?
It up. I messed everything up.
It's garbage. Start over.
Yeah.
Whoa. Ranger Paul Kane. You're the man. Thank you so much for showing up. We're starting a new campaign this week. Dragonborn is done for a bit. So we're going to be new adventurers while he's getting our names correct so that you know who we are. There we go.
So Caitlin is playing Laura Dove, a summer-aspected Eladrin from the Feywild who has crossed over into this realm.
I'm a more talkative Dayton.
Crossed over into the mortal realm, escorting a noble Eladrin, and has ended up in Baldur's Gate with the rest of them, with not much to do, so signed on to the Cardinal Bond. Dayton is playing Jordarai. Is that how you're pronouncing it? Mm-hmm. Jordarai is a spring-aspected Eladrin from the same Feywild community. Yep. From the same Feywild community as Laura Dove, and he was hired by the same noble to guide them here to Baldur's Gate. Ranger Paul Kane. So,
Everybody's got points. He's 11, I'm 10, you're 8.
Yeah. What?
It's brand new.
All our hit points.
Oh, yeah,
Brand
new. Like, if you're on browser, you can see the overlay and click into their characters and see how fresh face they are.
So
you have...
I'm higher than those two.
Yeah, you are higher than everyone.
We do have something special going on right now, which is, Kaylin, tell everybody how many Dungeons & Dragons episodes you've been in.
I think like 4.
You've played 4 times.
Well, I don't know about Dungeons & Dragons, but I mean, I've been on the stream 4 times.
You've been on the stream 4 times. You've only played 4 times.
Yeah.
So this is going to be Kaylin's first extended campaign or minimal campaign, whatever you want to call it.
I need to get it powered up. I just forgot last week.
So everybody be really mean to her.
Yeah, just
I can take it.
River. So.
Who's a human? I'm just kidding. It's Wiley.
Yeah. Half elf, 2 Eladrin, and a human. What?
Just, I haven't seen my dice for.
So, Baldur's Gate, I gave you a little bit of background on it, but Baldur's Gate is currently. By the way, Baldur's Gate is right here.
It's just out of camera.
So, I have the map of Forgotten Realms.
It's so close.
Right there.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yep, you got it. So, yes. Beautiful.
Baldur's Gate is now considered the largest city in all of Faerun, all of this continent, or this land. It has always held a position of being neutral, and so anyone's welcome, and anyone can come and try to make their fortune, or help out, pitch in, live here. The security of it is mainly run by 2 different groups. The Watch runs the upper city where all the nobles are, and that's just called the Watch. And they're funded by the nobles, and they really don't go outside of that city, that part of the city. The Flaming Fist is a group of mercenaries, and basically a mercenary army that has been in that city for so long that they just became a part of it. So their head marshal of the Flaming Fist is also the Grand Duke of the town. They provide security for all the other districts, and they are also the standing army for Baldur's Gate, which is just called the Gate by people that live there. So you'll hear me refer to that. I'm not going to go through like a big geography or anything like that. Well, as we go through the game, I'll tell you, you're in this district over here and that, and you'll get it from there. But currently, the current climate of Baldur's Gate is tense. There's been several misfortunes going on this year. First, at the start of the season, pirates stepped up their game, and this is a massive port town for both the river and the ocean. And pirates out of Luskan and Mintarn have been harrying the coastline, particularly around Baldur's Gate.
So most of the problems are coming from the coast, not from the river.
Correct. There's not so much river pirates, and there's all kinds of wild speculation about who's behind it. Some people think Waterdeep, that Waterdavian nobles are paying the pirates to mess up trade for Baldur's Gate. Others think which is a nation down south. This is right here. And has been a rival for the Gate for a long time. People think it's them pushing this. To compound that, crime in the city has increased. There's been kind of open gang warfare, which hasn't really happened in the city in decades. There's been an increase of violent crimes and mysterious just dead bodies, people winding up dead in back alleys and such. To compound upon that, rumors of lycanthropy are starting to spread. And that stems from a Grand Duke tried to take over the city once, and he did it with werewolves, or he tried with werewolves, and they kicked him out. So lycanthropy kind of spread through the city for a little while, but then they quelled it, and now there's rumors that it's coming back.
Wolfmaster loves
Of
course he does.
And if that wasn't enough, of all these little things going on and kind of making the entire city tense and on edge, a massive just force, a horde of gnolls drove out of the Western Heartlands and started terrorizing the area around Baldur's Gate.
Stupid.
What?
Why is gnolls terrorizing Baldur's Gate? Stupid.
The Flaming Fist went out in force and destroyed their main encampment and is driving them back to where they came. But still, hundreds of gnolls just scattered to the wind, and they're still out there in the countryside. And it's really kind of driven a lot of the Flaming Fist out of the city, leaving the city less secure. So
Satan, I guess.
Satan.
It works though, right?
But his hair,
your name is Satan.
His hair is so soft, though.
I love it. Your hair is so soft.
So that is the current climate of this.
It's so soft.
That is the current climate of Baldur's Gate. Something. It just feels like something bad's about to happen.
So, pirates are kind of an issue at the moment. Werewolves have kind of come back out of nowhere, and they're blaming that on an old prince or king.
An old duke that tried to usurp
and the Knoll
royalty.
presence was worse before, but they are scattered around now.
Yeah, it's almost worse because like it was bad when they were a horde and they could take on an entire city, but now they're in little tiny packs all over the place, and even people have rumors or spread rumors or rumors have gone around that some have gotten in the city.
Well, they're the Vorcha from
Yeah, they're
Mass Effect.
fucking terrible.
I forgot about this.
What?
Hopefully it'll happen soon.
Oh.
What's happening? How did you resubscribe to our own?
Mm-hmm.
I never stopped, and I've always paid real money. I'm watching
That's
that.
a Mitch move.
That is a
That's
Mitch
a Mitch
move.
move. I do
Total
it
Mitch move
every
right now.
session. I do it every session. I can change my name. So
There it is.
How many viewers is there right now? Is it 1 or 2 or 3? Is it 3 people?
No, that's me.
That's you. So, did you do yours?
I'd probably have to
Because it's not.
reset it.
Yeah, it's not. It didn't come up on the thing. Thanks, KK.
I wish I could change it to that yeet.
Yeet.
3 months.
That was my first thought.
You can change the Yeet Girl.
Can I?
You can, but you
Yeah.
have to do it on a
There it is.
piece
Giant
of-
Hippo.
on a
Thank you.
laptop,
Thank you.
table.
They're right
Or
here, so
Twitch
it's
on
not
your
like that
computer or your
impressive.
laptop, whatever.
They kind of have to.
More options show up on
Yeah.
the tabletop thing than do
When I
on the
did
phones.
my Discord thing, I was like, I know exactly what to put
Yeah.
in here.
You need a resub because you're out of date as well.
I am,
But
too.
it's got
well,
that.
I'm also Rouge to death. Which
Yeah.
is terrible.
You can
I'm
change
gonna
that now, can't you?
I can. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's Rouge Rogue.
Rouge Rogue.
Unless, no, Wolfmaster. Don't even worry about
Yeah.
that.
You're fine.
We know you broke your arm. Don't worry about it.
You're broke ATM.
Oh, ATM.
At the moment, come on.
Get
with it.
But he broke his arm. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's broke at the moment. My bad.
So,
I'm an old man.
you have
BRB, LOL.
You have awakened that morning, each with wherever you're at. You have a missive saying that you were to report to the Cardinal Bond office to speak with Foreman Icepick.
What? Who's that?
Yeet.
Yeet.
That's him. No?
No.
What?
No, that's Galen.
I just saw the W.
That's Galen. Hey, Galen. You're
Yeet.
the man.
I love it.
If you're here right now, I would rub your cheek softly. 'Cause
That
you're
yeet
sexy.
guy.
You're that yeet guy.
That Yeet guy. What is that?
Sure, man.
Yeah. Do we want to know what that means?
No, let's not ask. He'll rub his own cheek. All right. Anyway, so we wake up in the morning. Got a missive.
You have a missive. You need to go to the office, which is in the Eastway district of the lower town. I would assume that you will eventually all arrive there.
I think that's a safe assumption.
The Angelic Blade.
Range ball cane.
Y'all want my new weapon?
I
Y'all
do.
want-
Y'all want my
I
new
do
weapon?
want-
I do
want
want
a new weapon.
I do want the new weapon.
Yeah. Give range ball cane advantage.
Nice. So, Ranger Paul Kane, Mitch just gave you advantage.
Inspiration, sorry.
Inspiration. You can use your inspiration to give a reroll to any of the players for any of their rolls, or to any of the monsters or adversaries they fight. Also, for those that are in the stream, if you're subscribed or you cheer or you're a follower, you also start the stream with inspiration, which you can give to anyone. Okay, so you all arrive in the office. The office is a.
Dungeon guys were in with Knowles. Remember the dogmen?
Do you have your character sheet up?
Yeah.
Okay. The office is cramped. It is a tiny little, almost a hallway with a desk that goes pretty much all the way across. There's paperwork stacked everywhere. It looks like they're order filing cabinets, but they have now been buried under paperwork. And behind that is Foreman Icepick, a dour female dwarf who has been your contact with the bondsman and giving you your jobs. When you arrive, you all arrive about the same time. There is another person waiting in the office. She is a short-haired, meek-looking woman. She's got a medallion around her neck of seemingly religious significance. You have been in the city long enough to know it's Timora, the goddess of luck. And yeah, she's just kind of sitting there in the rickety chairs that are lined up against the side. There is no chairs in front of the desk for
What's her
her.
name, by the way? Sorry.
Maeve.
Oh, Maeve.
Like that character from Westworld.
I can't believe I just wrote that down. Anyway,
Almost
all right.
like
So,
I'll greet Ice Pick in Dwarven because I speak Dwarven. 2 gin bottles.
that guy,
Is that France behind Wiley?
it is.
No, France is much smaller than that. They have a
Viva
really,
la France.
they have a really shitty soccer team.
Women's soccer team, their male team is pretty tough.
Like, hush, it's really good.
Britra Icepick says, good, you're here. That was weird. Hi.
that was pretty good.
You're here. I don't know where I'm going with that accent, so I was trying Russian. We have work for you. Farmers.
What kind of work have you for us?
Farmers hired us to clear their farm of vermin.
Hey Willie, can you read my epic catchphrases in your epic DM voice?
In my epic DM voice.
I summon the lightning of Thunbird. I'm sure it's Thunbird.
I call upon the ancient power of the Phoenix.
And I cast the radiant judgment of the Archangel Ezekiel.
My best voice is Hags.
Do it.
It's terrible. I fucking hate your hag. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
it's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to not like it.
I'm Aunt Marty Muckraker.
So I cast
My
the radiant...
pretties.
We'll read this one. I cast the radiant judgment of the Archangel Ezekiel as your hag.
Oh, I cast the judgment of the Archangel Ezekiel. That's my hag voice.
That's terrifying.
I only hate the hag. 'cause
You
it's
don't
mean.
plan on eating me, do you, ma'am? Oh, indeed I do.
I've got a bag of all kinds of weird shit. I'm like, I fucking hate this thing.
I'm eating souls out of my bag. Do you want one?
It was fucking souls.
Yeah, they were souls.
I didn't know that. Jesus. Bridge Ice Pick or Bridge
Britra.
Bridge
Brytra.
That's all right. I wrote it down.
So,
Dave, it's your turn.
the Flaming Fist, and they're not here. They don't have enough manpower, so we get hired. Farmstead needs to be reclaimed. Vermin take it. They got run out of home. You go. It's just down the coast. She goes through some of the paperwork on her thing and pulls out a crudely drawn map. You know, like here's Baldur's Gate and here's this, and the little farmstead is clean out. Come back. Contract includes spoils, but no looting the farmstead.
What sort of resistance should we consider, or would be expected to receive at this farmstead?
And they say vermin, but my guess is gnolls.
Knowles. Might we borrow Maeve for this?
Oh yeah, she coming with you. She knew. Show her the ropes. This is first job for her.
First job. Yeah. She can follow, but I'd prefer she not get in the way.
I'll stay in the back.
Correct. Do you have any sort of skills of note?
I'm a priest.
Healing and such.
Yes, I can do
He
that.
might need that.
Okay.
Join us in our quest. We take our missive and go. So, unless you guys have something to say about that.
All right. You guys
We take the job.
take the job and head out.
We take the job.
The poorly drawn map has a couple of the scribblings of the details of the job. It has the pay. It's
We're
There it
not
is.
quite sponsored
It
by
looks like-
Starbucks,
we're not quite sponsored by
but we are
Rolling
open
Rock,
to it.
but we're available.
No subscribing next month if you keep this up. I'm the new Robert. I have to.
I think he was talking about the Starbucks.
Oh.
All right, so you head out. It's still morning-ish, getting towards midday. You walk through the city, out the southern gate, through the outer town. So Baldur's Gate is primarily 4 different districts, one of them being Grey Harbor, which is the harbor area. Then the lower town fans off of that, and then there's upper town kind of off to the side, and that's where the nobles and all that stay. But they have been such a place of neutrality and refuge that through almost every catastrophe that has hit this poor damn continent, people just come here in droves. So an entire extra town has grown up outside of the walls. So it's not as well constructed as the homes and buildings inside, but it is just as pervasive. It's huge outside. So you go through town to go out a gate to go through more town and finally get out into the countryside. There's lots of unrest in the outer town because they're not in the walls and they feel like they're not getting protected by the fist. So they are kind of rioting, not really rioting, but they're really kind of rattling their sabers against the nobility to get more protection outside.
So since this is new, and you and I are supposed to know each other, we are supposed to know each other.
You've never worked together before.
Oh, we've never worked together?
Yeah, you've worked jobs for the Cardinal Bond. This is the first time you've seen these two and Maeve. They've worked together before.
Explain yourself. I'm just kidding. Tell me of yourselves as we quest nobly for this money.
We knew each other as children. We grew up in the same community.
Louder.
No.
Just kidding.
And we were pretty competitive against each other in terms of we always. I mean, I thought I was a better fighter. He was a better tracker.
Whatever he does.
Whatever you do, yeah. So we spent some time apart, and then eventually came back to the same community, and came to this town. And
so you guys grew up together.
Sure.
Oh, you kind of slipped into the Xerinax a little there.
Sorry. You have grown up together. And so you have grown up together. Still Xerinax.
Yeah. I liked you like you were smarmy before. You're like, tell me about yourself. Yeah. So now it's going right into.
It's hard to voice.
Yeah.
It'll be half.
It'll go all over the place.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'll be half Robert, half Mitch.
And remember, you technically are still under the, you're still retainers for Viscount Frost 4.
Okay.
But you haven't seen him in weeks.
He just kind of dipped out on us, right?
Doesn't mean you would share with.
You may not talk about it to him. I'm just saying that that's another layer
would you
for you.
Share that with a comrade? Was it somebody you would be like, hey, we also work this guy or don't work?
If it was necessary.
Well,
we wouldn't right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
you wouldn't divulge that right off the bat.
I'd be
Yeah,
like,
but
oh, nice
I just wanted to remind
you. By the way,
you.
we have this guy.
This is us Social Security numbers.
Maeve she answers when talked to, and that's about it.
Well, I'd ask her the same thing, like, who are you? What's going on? What are you doing with this?
Oh, just came to the city, needed work, so signed up with the bond. They give work, so I signed up for them.
Someone else who wants money. I like it. The Easter Rock wing.
We want to roll it? I don't know. You don't have to waste it. But we can start to see how you're going to be.
4.
Yeah, that's the Easter Rock I know. So he had his first character. He always plays rogue. His first character was this half elf rogue that he's always played this character. Easter Rock is the name he always uses, and he always wanted him to be smooth and charming and all this stuff. Every time he's like, I give her the Easter Rock eye. Nothing above a 5.
All I had
Nothing
to do
above
was
a 5.
say, instead of charming, I'm like, I give her the Easter Rock eye. 2.
Literally.
2.
Is it 2?
Yeah, it's a 2.
It's fucking 2.
Inspiration.
Yeah, it's fucking man. That's not a good reason to get inspiration.
I guess I should go over some of the optional rules and other things that I'm.
Get ready, I'm in charge of your group.
So one is I give out inspiration. They don't have bonds and flaws. I want that stuff to come out in character. But if they do something cool, if they play their character well, or they make us all laugh, I give inspiration. You either have inspiration or you don't. If you get inspiration again, you can choose to give it to someone else or keep it erudition. Erudition is kind of an experience point system that allows you to customize your character. If you get 10 erudition stored up, you can learn a new proficiency.
I didn't know the number was 10.
Yeah. You can learn a new proficiency, a new language. I think there's a couple other ones. An instrument.
You could increase a skill.
No, you need 20 to get a new skill.
So this is if you get inspiration, you choose to keep it for yourself.
If you get inspiration and you already have it. So
You have to basically get inspiration.
Like inspiration.
twice.
And then you say something really mean to me. And you're like, inspiration, like, I already have it.
I got that.
yeah. So it's a way for you to kind of show that, like, oh, I've been with this group and he speaks Dwarven, so I've been learning Dwarven from him. Now I speak Dwarven, and kind of personalize your character more than what the leveling system does.
Will never get the skill increase, and he got to learn
Orc. He learned Orcish because he was training an Orc. All right. If there's nothing else pressing,
so we're spending some time together. Do you guys want to know anything more about each other? Do you want to?
What's your deal?
Are you all there, or is your character?
Hey, yeah. I'm like, we've been traveling
What's
together
your
for quite a
deal?
while. No, I was. I used to be a pirate, and I've since become a mercenary for money. Money is what drives us. So I left the seas and have taken to the land, but with the same ideas intact. So
You and the rest
I'm
of the
slick.
pirates, jeez. See with those other guys? Pirates are a problem.
Yeah, they are.
yeah.
It says so.
That's
so
what
right there on
that
the
is.
piece of paper.
I wrote it. That might have been what brought me here, but I haven't been on a boat in quite a bit. So what I'm doing instead is what I can with what I have.
Alright. You small? You small?
No, I'm average height, weight.
Just wondering how
Yeah,
far
like
you
so
drove.
small.
Smaller than us.
She's just scared of kangaroos.
You guys
Like,
are
you better not be kangaroo.
generally taller than other folk.
Worth
And
at some
as we've said before, they're summer and spring aspected, so I don't know if you've given it much thought what you look like, but you could have greenish skin. You can have like yellow, greenish hair, or all that kind of stuff. It could look like leaves. Your summer, so it's oranges and reds and all that kind of stuff. Maybe golden eyes or red eyes type of thing. So
This is what's fun, by the way, if you guys come to Wileyverse, because it can be anything, it can be anyone. We're having a good time. We don't even know what we look like yet.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't even defined
fleshing
ourselves.
out. And
Yeah.
the character sheets have portraits on them, but as they kind of tune in, perhaps they'll change those.
As they roll the Easter rock.
Nice.
Is it less than 10?
It worked. No, it's 16.
Hey, that's a good one. I wasted it.
All right.
It is Chirvain. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Galen.
That it's.
Don't say
I
his name
love
on
that also.
stream.
I was like, why does he have a W now? He's fucking Galen.
He doesn't like his name being said on stream.
Galen? Is it Galen like Gayln, like Galen? Or is it like
Take his inspiration
Gayly?
away.
Or like Gaylynne, like Evil Lynn, like the bad guy from
Witch Vervain, the bad girl from
Galen.
He-Man.
Yeah.
He-Man.
Galen.
You go down the coast and you do see there's farmsteads and all these kind of things interspersed out here. You're not going along main roads. These are little paths out to the sides, out into the rural area. And you follow the path that was crudely drawn on the map, and up ahead you are coming upon the farmstead. Where you're walking down the path, you're actually walking next to a couple fairly large fields, which haven't been tended. As you can tell that they're kind of spoiling what the crops that are out there, and you can see the buildings up ahead of the farmstead. It looks like there's at least 2 buildings, a barn and a home.
So we've made it where we need to be. The approach is up to us, though.
And now we're just here to retrieve something? Get something?
You're to clear it out
Clear
and
it
make sure
out?
it's safe for the farmers to return because they got ran out of here.
So we do have to kill everything that we see.
Okay.
Do we want to go in guns blazing, or do we want to go in sneaky style?
I mean, how many?
We don't know yet.
One.
Yeah.
What did he call them? Vermin?
Yeah.
You say it was pretty.
The farmers called them vermin. Ice Pick thinks that because of the current situations, they're probably gnolls.
Okay.
Fucking balls. Alright. Well, I'll sneak in and I'll sneak up to the first building and look around.
All right. Before you do, are you going to do anything? Any scouting or anything like that?
Wait, can you scout?
I mean, he is a ranger.
Motherfucker, you look.
I'm not as stealthy as you, I guarantee, though.
Yeah, but you can still scout, can't you? You can still track. You can tell us,
Well,
like,
he
from
didn't take survival, so he actually can't do that. Unless you wanted to switch your investigation to survival.
Are you seriously a trackless? You're a trackless ranger.
Not quite.
You're semi-trackable.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Even Galen doesn't like it.
I was actually shocked that rangers don't just get survival. Like, it's not one of the
Right,
things
you
they
know,
just
you
get.
select it, right?
But it's like, that's
Also, welcome to regular stream, which is like befuddled with this all day, every day. We actually have people watch and comment. It's ridiculous.
So I would have defense for that, but it's not important right now.
Do you want to look around, or do you want me to do it?
also
Well,
it
You
is.
should stealth and go look around,
Okay.
I think.
It is fairly drizzly out here, kind of gray day with a little bit of fog, a little bit of
Also, gray day, gray band-aid.
Gray
called
day.
it.
So you're like, you tell them that you're going to go, sneak up and look ahead, and Maeve walks up to you and kind of brushes her hand over your face,
Weird.
and she just basically says like, may the shadows aid you.
Hold fast as I check for you.
You roll with advantage.
Advantage. Ooh. Good thing I rolled advantage. 18 plus a bunch. 4, I think.
It's going to be at least
3. Damn it. 21.
your stealth.
Yeah, I'm... Oh, my stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. 11.
You didn't take stealth?
I did. My dexterity is plus 3.
Why don't you look at the number?
Sorry,
Come
excuse
on.
me.
Look at the real number.
I'm real new. That's all I've been doing it for like 2 years.
One day, I was putting the tags on the stream, and I put beginning players on there, and he
25.
went, "Oh, are we still beginning players?"
25.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So,
25.
yeah, he just kind of disappears into the mist, and he's really good. And actually, it's really weird because really weird.
It's really weird.
The mist doesn't seem to even move around him. It just kind of like
Am I
envelops
doing
him.
Misty Stepper?
No.
Oh.
But there is a way for you to do that in this game.
Wiley.
Wiley weird.
Alright, so I guess what I'm doing, now that I'm up close to the house, I'm looking for signs.
So you're going up to the house first. There's a house and there's a barn.
Yes, the house first.
Okay. Go ahead and make me perception, see what you get.
Oh, these dice. They're great. I'm looking for insight.
Perception.
I would like to do persuasion instead. Okay, plus 4. So, 20.
Please, house. Please
22.
tell me what you know.
Oh, 21.
Okay. So the house looks shuttered. All the windows have shutters closed, and it also looks like they've been nailed shut. And if you kind of look through the cracks of the shutters, even the interiors have been boarded up. So these people fortified the home before they left. And you're coming up from the front. Yeah. And you see that the door probably was fortified in some way, but it is broken off its hinge.
I don't see sign of any kind of movement or life. Or anything
You don't
like that.
hear anything, but you also can't see into the building.
All right.
Unless you
I'm
want to
gonna.
There's a barn off to the right of the
I'm gonna
building.
sneak over to the barn.
Okay. The barn smells terrible. The moment you get up to it, you start smelling rotten meat. It smells like dead bodies.
I can't see into it though. Oh. Do I need to roll a secondary sneak to?
No, you don't. You get to go off that primary one. Make me an investigation.
Please, nice. I love it. 17.
Okay. As you get close and you have to cover your mouth, it just smells so bad. You get up to the barn and you do think you hear something moving around in there. You kind of sit there for a minute and listen and take it in, and it sounds like there's an animal in there. There's some rustling and a couple huffs.
Oh, I don't have the message.
You do not have message.
Yeah, sure, next. That's to me.
I tell Dayton what's happening.
And on the way to the barn, you've seen that now that there's a well behind the house, kind of between the house and the barn, and there's a shed off facing the barn, and there's an outhouse next to the farmstead.
So I'll make my way back to the group and kind of skinny what just happened right now. The house seems silent.
But broken into.
Broken into. The barn stinks. There's movement. And then the shed has no.
You didn't go up to it.
Alright. So there you go. That's the information. You guys just got the same information that I have now.
Okay.
So skinny.
You learned that yet? That's a skinny mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was house, barn, shed. Right?
House, barn, shed,
Shed
outhouse.
we don't really know anything about.
The shed you don't know anything about. It's tiny though.
I think we should go check out the barn.
Do gnolls naturally smell that shitty, or do you think?
Make a because I don't think nature is a thing anymore.
Nature is a thing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an intelligence skill.
There it is. Roll a nature check to see what you know about gnolls.
It's your nature plus one.
Plus 0.
Yeah.
Nice.
12.
Do you have history? By the way, I just want to know. And it's probably the same
no.
roll. Yeah.
12. Oh.
Okay.
Wait. I rolled the right dice, right?
Yeah. You don't particularly know. You do know that they are always referred to as savages and brutes, and it could be that gnolls came through here, killed some of the animals in the barn, and that they're just there's carcasses in there.
Would Erevar maybe know the smell of a gnoll?
No, not from piratey type of background.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And the windows to everything in the barn is the same way, as the house. You can't.
There's no
It's
windows in the
still
barn.
windows.
Just doors.
Just a big double door in the front. That's it.
Shid and fard.
You want to see if you know anything about these things?
Sure.
Nature?
Sure.
Nature or
new dice
history? What is?
I don't.
Yeah.
These are Savros dice.
I know that's why I don't roll my coppers anymore. Look how much I use that 20 though.
But
Oh, I need my dice, by the way.
Which ones?
The red,
The
red and gold.
All of them.
But it's so much fun to roll a metal dice versus the
Yeah. I think.
Are you saying you need new metal?
Yeah. I got to a point for a while that I bought new dice every game. This is this character's dice, and I don't think there's such a thing as too much. Too many
Either
dice.
way is 15.
15. You know that they, you double your proficiency bonus. You're not proficient in it, are you? Okay. You have you don't have history, do you? Okay. What is your
any skills?
Prepared.
No skills.
I'm gonna try. They are fiends, and fiends are one of your preferred enemies. Well, they have a history with fiends. They're not fiends themselves, I should say. They are humanoid, but they have a history with fiends, so you know a little bit about them. They are supposed to be very, very dirty. They are a plague on any environment they're in. Most rangers just hate gnolls. That is one of their things that they have to exterminate the moment they get around them.
Gotcha.
Let's exterminate them.
Thank you.
No, that's
So-
exterminate.
I thought you said, what does exterminate mean? I was like,
What? Like, get out.
Get out.
Get out. Get out. Out.
So, what you doing? How you approaching this?
I'm kind of down with, who's your name?
Jordarai?
I'm down with Jordarai's plan of tackling the barn first. We definitely know something's in there. It definitely stinks. And we can't be snuck up on like we can in the house. There's no ambush in the barn. We know they're there. We hear them. We smell them. Let's do the barn first.
Are you all trying to approach quietly?
I am definitely sneaking
Okay.
up in the barn.
You still have advantage. Everyone else roll stealths.
Oh, natural 20. These are not Rocks dice. These are Airborne
Shit.
dice.
Natural 1.
Wow.
No way. No.
I mean, it's
Galen.
Natural 1 from Galen on the stealth
Well-
check.
Technically, if someone has inspiration they could give away if they want.
And there's
Don't
people in
take
the
my-
stream that are
fucking
watching.
take
If
my
anyone,
inspiration. No,
if
take my
wants to
inspiration. Go for it.
Okay.
Plus the
So-
4 would have been a 5, right?
Reroll.
Ooh. So roll for a better.
Do not roll a 1 right now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You can roll anything but a 1.
A 2.
That's fine.
No.
That's fine. That's a
That's a
fail,
nine.
but it's not
Oh
critical.
no, you're right. I always think it's a little curly cute too.
9.
So
Oh, it's
13, yeah. Isn't that
like,
from
wait,
far away?
what?
Like a
Uh,
2?
It does. Oh my god.
Maeve got a 22. She seems very adept
Where
at
guys all have nice.
stealthing.
Bam! Natural 20!
Okay,
Let's
so
go!
two natural 20s and a 22.
Shit right now.
They actually stop you and go, no, just walk like this, and like correct you because
Well, how
like
many
the crit.
glasses?
So yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or
I
buts
just
about
trip
that.
and go head through
You
for the
can
door.
you get up to the barn, you can get around to the front. The doors are just open, but you haven't you haven't got in front of them yet. I'm assuming you're just not gonna like run in. You're moving up however you want up to the doors from either side so the barn is like this and you're coming in from behind and the doors are up here. So you've come around this corner now and the doors go this way.
I'm doing the quietest of cartwheels ever. I
So-
rolled a natural 20. I can do what
That's
I
like-
want.
It's a brand new thief over here. I don't like rogues. I do a cartwheel like you said. Should we go in full force or should we break up one in the back, 2 in the front, or 2 in the front, and 1 in the back?
He's an archer.
Oh, you're an archer. Then go in
Right.
the back, you piece of shit.
That's what you're kind of focusing on.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to make sure that's true. Because there is a 2-weapon fighter style of ranger as well. I just didn't know which way you were going to go
At
when
this
you get
point,
there.
Erevar would
So-
say that then.
And Maeve is definitely not wanting to go close.
Yeah. So Erevar would say that, like Maeve and
Jordarai.
Jordarai to the rear, her knee to the front.
He called him
So basically,
Jordy.
you two are going to go in,
Jordy.
and they're going to go to
Jordy.
at the door so that they can use range.
Yes.
All right. You gonna try to do a little peek in?
I'm definitely going to PPK.
Okay.
I need to read.
I do need you to make a stealth.
Perfect.
Wow.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. It has to be in the thing though. So
It's so far away. Get in
Also-
there, buddy.
you still have advantage.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right,
Did
so
you roll?
stealth, right? 21.
Okay, so you just do a little whoop and look in there. So the barn, it has some stalls in the back. It's got a big open area in the front, for hay and all that kind of stuff. It's a mess. It is an absolute mess. There's piles of clothing and stuff, like kind of spread everywhere. It's all soiled and ripped. You see carcasses that have been just gnawed on, bit, thrown off to the side, bones, anything. And these are carcasses from a couple farm animals, some pigs, all the way down to like birds and squirrels and things like that. Like just tufts of fur and mess everywhere. Smells terrible, but you see that there seem to be 3 large shapes real low to the ground like right at the entrance to where the stalls are. So they're all the way back from the main entrance of the barn, getting back to where the stalls are, and they're they're big. They're
Your class is
monk.
okay.
I thought you said your glasses. And
That's what I heard said as well.
Your glasses.
Your classes.
All right, cool. So I'll scan to her what I saw right now that they're.
And they don't seem to have noticed you.
So we seem to have the drop on these monsters.
How many did we see roughly? Did we know?
Looks like 3.
3.
It's just here in the barn, though. We can get the drop if we let the ranger and Maeve's class is
Cleric.
Okay. If we let Maeve and me get in there first.
No.
I can't. Oh fuck! I can't
Her.
message either.
Yeah. No, you two are going in first.
No, I know. I'm like trying to message
Laura
everything.
does.
I'm like message. I'm like, oh, I don't want to message.
And it's right there. Like it's like you're at this door. Well, you're at this door and you're over there. There's once you turn the corner and enter the door, there's not concealing you anymore.
No, I know.
You're going to be in the fight.
I was trying to communicate to Dayton's character. All right, so.
I mean.
Let's go in.
All right. We're going to roll initiatives, but you have the surprise round, so.
So you haven't done this yet. Explain roll initiatives.
Yeah. So you have.
We're actually going back.
We're going back to initiative to keep for Kaylin, so she got a structure and we can get used to that. Normally on our show, or as we did in the Dragonborn game, we stopped doing initiative and we did kind of just the melee combat, like everyone kind of goes.
1, I missed initiative rolling. 2, my character actually has like a plus to it,
Yeah.
so I'm excited to roll initiative.
You have an initiative stat on your screen. It's somewhere. It should be.
Yep.
You're rolling a 20 and adding that result to it.
Hey, natural one.
Oh, that's
Hop to a
perfect.
great
Good
start.
thing that doesn't really matter in initiative.
It
rolls,
does.
though.
It does now. That's
Does
a new
it?
rule. To make so it's not like you waste a 20 or get past a 1. Since we do crit success and crit fail on skill checks, we are also doing crit success and crit fail on initiatives.
Sorry, 6 is.
You
It just goes in order.
if you roll a
highest,
20,
lowest,
you
except for we
get
get a 1.
Advantage for anything you do that round, and if you roll a 1, you get disadvantage for anything you do that round.
nice.
So his first turn will be disadvantaged, and
Correct.
after that it'll be back to normal. Got it.
So that is
Roll your fucking initiative, buddy.
Are we rolling ours? Me and
Yeah.
Dave yet?
yeah, all of you.
Okay.
You're all kind of just you're
I
gonna.
didn't know if we had to do like stealth
As soon as
stuff to
we
get
wake up the
back.
demons.
and-
No, there's only one door, so they're going to be going in, and you're just going to be
Can you have like a little
going up to the door to shoot in.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, you mean my
You see what happens.
21?
Arrow bar?
Yeah.
Nothing. Everything's really good. We're just gonna do it.
Arrow
Arrow
bar?
bar.
Arrow bar what?
What's your initiative?
You got a natural 1.
I got a natural 1
But what is it?
plus 3.
So 4.
Yeah.
All right.
You can-
That was really hard to get out of you, man. Just,
well, it's natural 1. I'm like, it's a fail. It just fails. Everything's.
Laura Dove,
I am sitting at a 6.
6. Jordarai,
21.
21.
I'm just living large tonight. aren't you?
Maeve got
Laura
a
Dove.
20. And
You guys are killing it in the back. We're over here just tripping in. Like,
That's what she said.
You're killing it in the back. That's what she said.
okay.
I like that
She
back
get
game.
inspiration for
Nice and negative.
No, he does not get inspiration for that.
Ah, come on.
Don't encourage him.
You're killing it in the back. You want to make that a new thing? Hey babe, what's up? You're killing it in the
If I was a rogue, that would got inspiration.
Okay.
Killing
No,
it in
I'm
the back.
stabbing you in the back. I'm stabbing your back so hard.
Jordarai goes first, so as they start moving in, you step to the side and you can see now into the barn. Like, as everyone comes around the corner to surprise these things, you see that there are 3 very, very rough-looking hyenas.
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 They're gnolls, motherfuckers.
They have
They're
like
beast
collars, those spiked collars, and their mangy blood cakes their face,
You have
old
an arrow
blood.
to shoot with this?
Yeah, it does.
I got a longbow, bro.
Uh huh.
Let's go.
Yeah, oh, that's okay.
15.
15 will hit.
Ew.
Ew.
And 7 plus 4 is 11.
So
11
there's a
damage.
loud yip. It's not like a yeet. It's a yip. It slams into the side of the hyena, and it, like the moment you came around, it just kind of went and looks up, and you go tink, and it collapses.
You just take out a knoll right now?
No, it's a hyena. No, this is a hyena. Like these are little four-legged things.
I don't believe it yet. That's alright.
That's a hyena.
Just because the GM says it. It's true.
They're on all fours. Doesn't have hands.
Can't shape shift.
They counter
You're on
as-
all
No,
fours
they
and
don't
you're
shape
killing
shift.
it from the back.
It's not a. You did the jackal wares.
Jackware. Sorry, this is a knoll encounter. Alright.
All right. The next is Maeve.
Stuck in the back or stuck in the front. We're here.
She has a crossbow, and she comes around the corner and is like, plunk, fires her crossbow. She barely misses. Like it. The thing looks up and hears the yip of the other one, so that one kind of ducks down, and that just sails just over it.
He got yeeted to life.
So on 6, Lordo goes.
6. Let's do it.
How
Like
far,
21,
how far
20,
am I away?
all the way down to
You can make it 30 feet. I mean, it's got to be.
Oh yeah, you are well within range. They're just like 20
Of
feet
all
away.
3 of them? Or just the hyenas?
Just the hyenas. That's all you see.
There's only 2 left.
And there's only 2
He
left.
knocked one down.
Did I knock
But
one
you
down
can,
or did I
you can
kill
eat
one?
your way
killed
right over there and then punch it.
Damn right I
I
did.
do I'll use my quarterstaff.
One shot, one
Yep.
kill.
So you're coming up, smashing with your quarterstaff,
I do this
and
for the thrill.
so just to reiterate
I
for
don't need
to
no
remind
kill.
you, every round you have a main action. You can use all your movement. You have a main action. You have a bonus action, and you can have one reaction that you can use in
I was like,
response to
yeah,
other things.
No.
For you, if you strike with a weapon, a monk weapon, either your fist or like the quarterstaff, you can also use that bonus action to hit again.
Right.
So
Now, is one of those actions like that? Remember when I had like disengage in one of those games? Or that's a specific.
that's a specific.
Thing?
You get
You're
that
not
at
allowed to
second
freestyle
level.
D&D
Okay,
rap
okay.
while
When
we play
you don't have
D&D.
key yet, you're still level 1,
So with the weapon, you can hit it with a weapon and then punch it
and
with
then
your
punch
fist.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna roll my damage, right?
We all, as a group, we lose and break your rap so bad.
Yes. All right. So yeah, you're rolling for your attack with your quarterstaff, and so all the details should be in there. I think you have +6
Mm-hmm.
to hit.
Well,
She has plus 6 for like anything
Yeah.
that she does.
So
Alright, quarterstaff that thing.
24.
yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
a
roll damage.
D6 plus 4.
So it's the other part. D4 plus, or what is it?
D6 plus 4.
So,
7.
7.
You come crashing down with that staff onto the head of that hyena, and it's the one that Maeve tried to shoot at, so it was kind of like ducking, and you just come down and smash and hear a very satisfying crunch, and that thing just slumps over.
Does it eat?
Yeet. No, actually, it doesn't yip at all. It didn't have time. So that one's down. There's only one left.
Can
So
I
you
use
wanna
my
punch
bonus
that?
action to punch it? Yeah.
What?
Smash! It's like a monk. Like, smash, quick!
So 17.
That hits. It's D4 plus 4.
Yeah!
It's 8.
8, yeah. And you,
You just crunched a bunch of hyenas.
yeah,
right now.
you, basically, you come down with your staff on the one, and then you bring up a heel kick on the second one, and it does the same thing. Like, you just smash this one, crunch that one, and they're all 3 down.
The rest of us go.
And then I do this.
Leave it to the Eladrins to take care of these things for you guys. Just saying.
I'm not normally racist, but I will be just to make.
Well, what do you do? What do you do on 4?
Yeah, what are you doing over
They're
here?
all
Yeah,
dead.
yeah. You're running in and you see 3 dead hyenas.
Hey.
He kicks a
I
carcass.
stab Caleb.
I throw Caitlin.
They really have it
kicking
down,
ass.
so I'm gonna use this commotion to sneak over to the house one more time.
So you're going to start heading back?
Back to the
okay.
house.
So as you're like, you kind of running in, you see the three of them down, and you're like, okay, so you start heading back, and that's like, you start looking, you're looking back, and you see him. You see, coming out of the outhouse is a gnoll, and it's about to shoot him in the back.
Meanwhile, I'm waving at you like this.
You're like, leave it to the Eladrin, leave it to the Eladrin to help you guys. Oh!
Yeah, you're like getting in the hay. You're like, hey, buddy. Well, he's there. I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it.
You didn't have time because you had to like stop, and then you're coming back. You wasted your turn.
I did wasted my turn.
All right.
Oh, I was just gonna have these fucking noisy.
Ooh, I like that. We have red W's.
Yeah, because you're
Because
more
we-
than 1 month. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's
Special.
black,
We're
red.
special.
Nice.
I can't remember what the rest, how the rest go.
I think it goes 3
Those
months,
stupid
6 months.
pictures.
Yeah, but it's like it's black, red, and then I think it goes through the colors. I think it goes copper, silver, bronze, or copper, bronze,
Like you're right,
gold,
my
silver,
professor.
or silver
Yeah,
gold. Anyway, he got a 14 to hit you.
Doesn't have a 15.
All right. So you're like, talking to him, and you see him go, "Oh," when an arrow sails across your shoulder, a bolt, crossbow bolt.
Turn around and say, "Excuse me."
Excuse me. And that's when a gnoll steps out from the stall, back deeper in the barn, and tries to shoot Eastrock in the back.
East Rock, you mean?
Yeah, Erevar. One character having motherfucker.
What's it get?
13.
What's
Nope,
his
14. Sorry.
His what? I'm sorry.
AC?
His AC.
Scroll on his phone
Up at the top. There it is. Should be
there. 14 is his armor class.
Oh, I got him. Oh, this is okay. He's going to take 5 damage. I love how it's like he turned around.
He's almost dead.
Yeah, he turned around, saw the one behind you, that one shot, and then he gets shot in the back as well.
He's gonna come back and be very sad.
Thankfully, she's there, so she could probably kick that thing's ass.
Most likely.
Is that all the turns for the enemy?
Okay,
That
so
is all the turns for
the gnoll shot an arrow, missed you. Shot another arrow.
A different
gnoll.
one
So,
from inside the barn.
yeah.
The one that
Just
tried to
show
shoot
you,
me came from the outhouse,
to give
but it
you
is behind
an
me.
example, this is not to scale, but
Just wants a strength. What's that?
so you're in here, basically right before the stalls. You went up and you killed the 3 hyenas there. The outhouse is over here. That one just shot at you, and then because you're standing at the door, and then a gnoll came out from back here and shot you, Erevar in the back.
Okay.
So you're here, and you're just looking down. You got shot in the back.
I heard.
Yeah. And so there's a gnoll in the back in the stalls of the barn, and then there's a gnoll outside by the outhouse. Okay, back to the top of the order, Jordorai.
Oh, this outhouse dude is gonna die.
Chink! Fire!
13.
13 misses.
Unfortunate.
Maeve. Maeve's like kind of panicked. Like, she's definitely not someone that is combat. Like, she's probably never been in a fight, especially one for her life against monstrous creatures.
No, Maeve is Dwarven Callus.
But she kind of like
She doesn't get from shit.
she steps behind you and does a healing word on you.
Healing word.
Yes. Healing word.
Yeah.
You're going to get. That's a
2.
bonus action, right? And Mr. Healer that knows everything. Healing Word's a bonus action. She heals you for...
Oh, are we talking to me?
No.
Because I played a game.
Yes,
I
I was.
do know that is a bonus action.
She heals you for 5, so you get all your hit points back. That's her bonus action, and then she shoots her crossbow kind of around you at the one out the outhouse.
I feel wonderful.
Because I forgot that the Healing Word is a bonus action.
Oh, sorry. I feel wonderful. This is great. Everything is fine.
So
It's more German.
you have you got hit in the back with that
Gay German.
arrow, and you're like, ow, and you look back, and when she does her Healing Word, the arrow just turns to shadow, like turns to black, and disappears out of your wound, and your wound stitches up with black, like just.
Let that be a reminder, Knowles.
So she
Super arrow proof.
hits the knoll. With her crossbow.
Airbar's voice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that? Oh no! Do not do that. She does 9 damage to the knoll.
99. Red
Oof. Hey, now I understand why.
Get her queen,
Now I
yes.
see why the encounter builder was like, "You're doing what with these knolls?" And I'm like, "What's wrong? They're just knolls." But I get it now.
Knowles are crazy.
How many this would take to get to the center of
Of
a
a,
Tootsie Pop?
of a hyena pop.
Alrighty.
And so, I don't know if you know what a knoll looks like, but they're
I did. I
hyena men.
Googled it, yeah.
Hyena men.
I hadn't Googled it.
They're terrible.
Terrible.
I
All right.
Googled it.
That's 21 and 20. So then it goes to 15, the knolls. Crossbow bolt at you.
You get a crossbow.
Ooh, 10.
Everybody gets a
Crossbow bolt at you again.
No, don't do
Stop. 19.
That hits you.
That does hit me. You're very right.
5.
I just got struck. 5.
Again, like, you take 5, you heal 5, you take 5 again.
Ugh.
I need to
This
mark
ain't no
names of
Sabroth
spell.
healing you, dude. You're probably about to die.
Listen, come what may. These arrows are nothing. I've got it.
That's why you're no longer on a pirate ship, you know.
They kicked him off. You wanted too
Well,
much pirate booty.
They didn't want a queen on that ship. They wanted a captain. Yeah.
No, he was just too popular on that ship is the problem. He had to run. So
Nothing wrong with sailors.
that's 15, so 6, Lord of.
God damn it. I'm supposed to be trying to give you arrow bar like that. Come on.
Don't do that. Lord
It's
of.
too late.
So there is one about 10, 15 feet away from you, down at the end of the stalls.
Nice.
So you running forward and smashing and punching.
10,
So she-
15
She
feet?
can
Yeah.
get there and hit it, right?
Right. You move 30 feet
Oh, okay.
in a
You
round.
don't have to use your dart or
Get
your
in there with some
crossbow.
kicks.
I'm just
Go between
gonna-
the legs.
I'm gonna headbutt him.
You're right.
I'm just gonna run at him.
Okay, do it.
So remember,
That's a monk attack.
Yeah,
All of her body parts
that's
do
right, yes,
do
yeah.
full monk damage.
Alright, so 16.
Yep, that hits. D4 plus 4.
6.
Okay, and you can take your bonus action to hit him again. Like headbutt, elbow.
punchy.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Shit.
no.
Natural one.
Inspiration, use it. Don't. Never take it.
Do you have it?
Never
I do.
Yes,
If you
never
have
take
the
a natural
opportunity
one.
to not roll 1,
I
you should
do.
not roll
You
a
should
1.
I do. I use my
Yeah.
inspiration.
You should always not take a 1 if the option.
Also, for
presents
players at
itself.
home, for inspiration for me, you don't have to declare it before. I allow it to be used as a reroll. So normally you have to declare it
Fuck!
before.
Get out of here.
Did you roll double 1? Did you roll double 1?
Yeah.
You know, the last person to do this was your dwarf getting poisoned.
Yeah.
On that note,
Oh my god.
No, Beastrock rolled a 1 to fail.
Yeah, but
his
the last
success.
one
Let's say
was his dwarf. Yeah.
He failed his grapple,
Yeah, during one of our
died.
one shots.
Then he rolled a 1 for his death saving throw and went down to 2 immediately, and I was like,
So
I just kicked the shit out of some hyenas just to roll up there and just.
and yeah,
Well, you did hit the knoll a little bit,
you
but
hit the
now
knoll.
you're about to hit yourself probably.
yeah.
honey, you tripped.
You hit the knoll, but as you're like just kind of going full bore at him with that, you didn't realize how much literal shit was on the ground.
Oh no!
And you slam forward, and your legs go out, and you go straight down,
Oh,
and you are now prone, also in shit.
That's
You got a
horrible.
face.
Yeah.
Prone if you're laying on the ground with your arms out.
I really
No defense,
I
no
thought they had a way. Oh,
Maybe
they
like
do.
stun or
So I don't know where it is on
Not
the
that
phone,
bad.
but there's a conditions box.
But you're gonna need your action to get up and move around.
Got it.
Okay, click on it and hit prone, and it'll tell you
Poisoned
No, you hit.
motherfucker.
No, you hit prone. Oh, you hit prone.
a prone creature's only movement option is to crawl or stand up. You have disadvantage on attack rolls, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
It's not that bad. That's what I was saying.
Melee
Stun
has
is
a
way
advantage.
worse. Like, stun is
Yeah.
bad.
Stun is
Prone is okay.
stun takes your action away,
Yeah,
and that's
prone
terrible.
Is okay, yeah. Prone's okay.
But prone, you have to use your action to
To stand up. No, do you?
First
You
game.
do.
I think you have to use your
Covered in
movement,
shit.
but I don't know.
You can attack from prone. You just have disadvantage.
Right.
Also, attacks against you have advantage. Yeah,
But it does take at least your movement to stand up.
it does.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just movement.
Actually, it might be action to stand up.
I thought
We normally
just,
don't do this.
Didn't we just read that in the thing?
For
It's
those
not
of you
in
that are
the
new to the Wileyverse. We do like to discuss.
Prone creature's only movement option is to crawl as it
No.
stands up and thereby ends the condition.
Those
Yeah,
only movement.
I'm-
You're right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just movement.
So
So
I
to me
can.
that would mean
It,
it's movement
it
action.
uses all your movement. Yeah, to stand
So
up.
instead of moving 30 feet, you can
Um,
stand up, then attack. That's it.
So if like a
So it's not-
creature moved away from you, you couldn't stand up and then move towards
Like,
it.
actually, the worst person to make prone is a monk because he's like, I don't give a shit. Now I stand up and just punch you in the face. Like,
Yeah.
being a
Like
monk
as long
would
as
be-
the creature's still next to you.
a
it's
prone
like,
monk
what
is
do you do?
actually the best person to be when you're prone.
Prone Monk, also a good band name.
Prone monk.
That's really good. I like prone monk. Damn, that's a solid band name.
Why isn't anyone writing all these down? I feel like we've come up
Oh,
with like
sorry.
at least 1,000 band
we did.
names.
Standing up takes more effort. Doing so costs an amount of movement equal to half your speed. So you'll use up 15 feet of movement to stand up. That's the penalty. It's just that it takes. It's
So
not
I
a permanent
can stand
condition.
up
You
and
can.
attack.
Yes,
I
but
just
not
can't
now.
stand up and move my normal amount that I
Only
could.
15 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. And as a monk, you're actually going to get a ton more movement as you level up.
Maybe now they'll think I'm one of them since I'm covered in shit.
You have to roll deception for that. But do stink.
All
They're
right.
very stinky.
That was 6. So, Erevar,
Let's do it.
what are you doing?
There's only one.
There's only one within. There's 2 within shooting distance. There's one within move up and striking distance.
Let's rapier that one.
Okay, so you move up.
I'm gonna rapier him.
That's why they kicked you off the ship.
11 is a miss.
No one kicked me out. No, I haven't got my bonus.
Oh,
on
okay.
that.
And then it's at least a
These
plus
These
5.
dice are
I'm
defunct.
guessing it's a plus 6.
It sounds silly, but whatever.
Attacks.
It happens
Should be
to the
actions.
best of us.
Should be
Fun.
actions.
Yeah, sorry.
'Cause I haven't been here.
So I got it at 16.
That hits. Excuse me. That burp was brought to you by Rolling Rock. It tasted terrible.
It is a 7. Like, we could use some sponsorship. Rolling
All right.
Rock.
So you go up.
God.
Strike at it.
I poke
Do some
him in the
damage.
front.
All right. We're back to the top of the order.
Doorbell.
Jordarai.
Also, now that the jackals are done, help me out with this fucking thing that I'm poking. Help me out with the knoll that I'm poking.
Okay.
You're on the
It's
ground.
like, it's your own business. I'm not
Go
gonna
direct.
worry
I'm
about
like, help! You're like, nah, you're fine.
So this one outhouse is still there, right?
Yep. He's still trading crossbow bolts with your arrows.
Alright, well, arrow again.
Ooh,
This time with an 18.
That'll hit.
I believe my arrows have a D8 plus.
D8
4.
plus 4.
Well, I mean, 5 damage.
It's something. Okay. That was 21. Maeve on 20.
Wait, your D8 plus what?
4.
D8 plus 4.
You got a 5.
Yeah.
No, yeah, so I rolled a 1 on my D8.
Yeah, punch it.
Maeve is now not. Inspiration.
Hey, there you go. I like the giant hippo one where it's like, Devil Mitch loves getting slapped. Is that what it is?
Technically, it's a clap emote for
that does look like
that streamer,
it.
but
It does look like
looks
a
slap.
it
Yeah.
could be a slap.
It's like the Easter rock hand.
That's the.
But the eye, the hand works every time. How does it work every time? Well, it makes contact. That's about it.
Hey, you're falling out. You better stressing me out.
How are they? Somewhere I have D20s with 1s on them. Maybe I lost that sub. Alright. Maeve kind of looks back at you, sees you have another arrow in you, and decides that she's not going to waste her last spell just yet in case someone drops and really needs it.
I hate to say it, but just because Erevar's on a knee with 2 arrows in his back, he's like, press on!
One disappeared.
Oh,
Because she
sorry.
healed one.
Yeah, one's like, press on.
Okay. So she is just shooting the one, like you two are.
This is
just,
nothing.
But she's behind you,
It's just a
She's-
scratch, honey.
Oh, okay.
peeking out, shooting with her crossbow. She
It's
hits the guy
backwards
again.
unicorn.
Oh, yeah. How much
I'm
damage
just
did you
gonna
do
adjust the
earlier?
course now.
9. She did 9 before. She just
God
did
damn it.
2, I think.
But I did 5, so that's at least 16 total.
He's still up.
Okay. I was trying to
Figure it out.
Right.
Sound it out.
figure out
Really
these
good.
people's dreams. That's what I would do.
I'm Erevar. It's a great.
On
What's happening?
on 15, that knoll is
Yeah,
going
go on
to club you with the butt of his. Yeah. Club you with the butt of his crossbow, just like slam! Since you're on the ground, and that's going to give him.
Slam. He's fucking space jamming you right now.
He's what is it? No. It's slam. Do, 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 do. Let the knolls be knolls. Maeve just got inspiration. Kaelin's is like, ah! I'm like, bing.
Damn it.
What does Maeve say?
I'm the only one that's got inspiration. I did a rap and everything.
Wow.
Raps are whack.
It misses you.
Nice.
It's an 11.
Sweet.
So your AC is
So just, I'm
like what, a 16 or
Yeah.
something like that? Yeah.
Mhm.
So it just like you just roll in the shit, but it slams on the ground.
Okay. I roll in the shit.
You roll it in the
You're
shit.
still in poop, but you didn't get hit.
Yep. Shooting,
Still in the shit,
still in
didn't
the
get
shit,
hit.
Didn't get hit. I may be in the shit, but I ain't getting hit.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You get nothing.
All right, 8.
Damn it.
11. 11.
This
Another.
battle is ridiculous.
So another arrow sails by you, and it's like it misses, and it looks
I
down.
dodged 3 arrows now.
Yeah, it looks down at the
Matrix
fact that
over
it's pincushion now, and just like pieces out. It runs behind the house.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's just running.
Okay. If I can see it on my turn.
You
Erevar
cannot see
yells
it.
out, go get him.
You can do it.
So
You've got him. He's so slow.
and so like you're here.
He looks like he's stumbling.
He was over here. He
You've
just
already
ran.
wounded him.
Okay. So there's another building over there. Like, is that
Don't let him slip away.
That's a house. Yeah, that's the house. That's the
Okay.
barn.
you let him slip away.
If you fail,
Good enough.
I mean,
you don't get paid. All right.
I'm Airborne. That's okay.
So
My name is Sailor.
that was the Knolls on 15. Lorda,
Okay.
standing up,
Standing up.
And punch it in the face.
smash, punch.
I'm gonna use my quarterstaff this time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up on it.
Yes.
Oh no. Please. God damn it.
Well, that's better than a 1, though.
Yeah,
Well,
Something's happening. So it's an 8.
that's a miss. So your punch now.
It's a good thing you have a bonus action attack.
Alright, what's happening today? Okay,
There
alright.
we
21.
That'll hit.
like, woof. It was the quarterstaff was just a distraction for
A
your
7.
punch.
Okay. It
I was covered in shit, so my eyes were a little like.
so you hit it,
Not
and it
that
just
guy.
like you hear it yip and buckle underneath that and starts wheezing. Probably has a broken rib, puncturing something important. So yeah, it's not looking good. Erevar.
Alright. I'm gonna rapier the one she's engaged with.
So
Would this be considered a sneak attack? 'Cause it's busy.
it does not give you advantage, but it is a sneak attack. That's the one of the only conditions for rogues to get a sneak attack is if a creature is engaged with someone else.
A natural 20.
It does. It only had 2 hit points left. But this actually gives us a moment. It's actually that she just left.
Oh, let's take a short break real quick. Put it up.
Well, that Knoll died, and there's like about to be a chase going down
Oh, okay.
because of that. But we'll. No, it's only 10:49. Let's wait.
This has been fun so far. I've had a
Yeah,
good time.
it's good back.
I don't think
Death is
I don't
almost
think
like it's
the
scary.
Erevar- I don't think the Erevar wife is going to be a soft palate
Yeah, don't do that.
the person, but
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I almost feel like I'm making fun of Gaby when I
Yeah,
make this.
exactly.
That's what it feels like.
That's why we gotta
Yeah,
be careful
my
with
bad. We were having a good
Also,
time.
bullshit with my shooting arrows because I lose them.
So in,
Well, 2 were stuck in the thing that ran away.
Yeah.
so in
I can go
Wileyverse-
recover, I guess, the one that I missed.
having been
maybe.
a rogue multiple times in Wileyverse games, we don't keep ammo.
Yeah, I normally don't. Now that you're doing like a mercenary game, though, I might want to keep track of money because it could be really important. Like you could be down to your last silver
Yeah,
type of thing.
dude, I'm
so
down.
Okay,
If you wanna
money
keep
is
this-
fine.
I'm thinking that we're gonna keep track of
Because
things.
Xernax kept track.
It's
of
going to be a
his
little bit
ammo.
rougher.
Xernax kept track
Do you
of
want
his
to
ammo
keep
for
track
like,
of my arrows?
Correct.
Yes, I kept track of my arrows for like 15
So
or
I'm
16
-3
sessions.
until I can maybe go pick up the one that missed.
You
Yeah.
have to say it though. You
And
have
I
to
know.
say
what it
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
is you do need to like keep account of your misses. You only recover 50% of your misses,
Well, shit.
and so
What's-
you'd roll to see if you get it or not.
Arrows are tough.
Yeah.
Arrows are tough.
All right. So you got a crit. It doesn't matter. It's going to die. But I do want to talk about this. Is I'm doing crits differently.
Oh.
So the crits as written in the game are double dice damage. So if you were going to do your sneak attack with your rapier is a D6, right?
Mhm.
So it'd be D6 plus a D6 for the sneak
Oh, no,
attack.
sorry. It's a D8,
D8.
plus
So
3. Yeah.
D8 plus a D6. You would roll 2D8, 2D6, and get plus 3. The problem with that is you could roll all ones and get less damage than you would normally get to hit, right? So the crit is very volatile if you just leave it to rolls. So there's a lot of people that do different things. Like some just do straight multiplication. It saves on rolling dice, which is you would roll a D8, D6, and just multiply it by 2, and then add your bonus. That still feels like you can get less, right?
So are
You
you
can
doing
roll
a
2.
situational?
What I'm doing is you take your dice, so it's a D8, D6, and you do that max damage. So you do 8 plus 6 is 14 plus your 3, 15, 16, 17. Then you roll the dice again.
Oh wow.
So you start with a max damage roll, and then you add.
It's a massacre. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you
it's
are,
very
you
bad.
got very steady. Okay, cool.
Against you guys, I am not going to be using that rule because that would wipe out the party. But they are getting a little bit of a bonus, more of a bonus than the double dice damage. So just be aware that you're going to take some pretty bad hits.
So where are we in this battle? Like,
You just killed that one. You just reached up, like kind of underneath its collar, and went, and just a whole bunch of blood smears down its leather hide, rotten armor, and it pitches backwards and dies. You don't know what's going on outside because you've been facing this one, but you still have your movement, so you can look back and see that they look like they're still at the door, and they're facing away from you, so it looks like they're still engaged with the thing outside.
I'll make my way towards them, at least.
Okay, so you start walking back towards the front of the barn. Back to the front.
I'm going to walk, but I'll jog, I guess. All
right.
They're too quick.
21.
How did you sashay?
I'll sashay over there.
I gotta try
Also,
to chase
everyone's
down
not
this
going to be
knoll.
that
Yeah, is that what you're doing? You tell me.
It is fun.
There's just no other enemy in sight,
There's
right?
no other enemy inside.
Oh, but we are here to clear this area.
You
aren't
are.
we? So yeah, I'm gonna try to move at least on that map, like to get an angle around the house so I
you-
can see it.
Absolutely can do that. Like you can 30 feet get you over there so that you can get an angle and you see him running, and he is like he ran to get behind the buildings and now he's curving off to go into the woods that are kind of right next to the field.
Don't let
So
him get away.
you're getting a shot at him before he
Use the free
disappears.
action to yell that. Don't let him get away.
And Xernex just yelled at you. Don't let him get
How many
away.
people?
Don't let him escape. Like,
Don't.
Whoa.
what is
And
that? What is that?
Hopscotch.
and the kitty.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You
Here,
did that earlier.
Roll
Fuck
it.
off.
Roll
He
it.
didn't even hit the thing first. He just straight threw it on
I was
the
like,
table.
I'll take a 25 to hit him.
Yeah, that'll hit. Let's see if you can do something before he gets away.
It's good.
well,
That's yeah.
8 plus 4, so 12.
Damn.
That's the most damage I can do with
Yep.
my arrow.
And that drops him by 6 points.
Ooh.
So, like,
That's
he's
a rip
running,
as well.
and you're just like, and then go, "Jeez!" And he slams and scrapes against the ground.
He eats on his deathbed.
Not today! I say
I
stupid.
said goddamn.
Say goddamn.
Satan got him.
Everything gets kind of quiet. You're not hearing any other
Yelp,
yips,
Kobe.
yelp, Kobe. You're not hearing any other yeeps, yits, yeets, yats. No movement, nothing like that. So
Do we go check everything else just in case?
We have to go to the house, but like, how do you guys want to approach it?
There's also the shed we haven't checked out
Fuck
yet.
the
either.
shed.
What's closest?
The shed is close.
the shed is
And
closed.
it's small, right?
Yep.
We might as well just take care of it.
Marcus Welty.
I don't know.
Well, listen to whatever Lord of Beer or whatever your name is.
Can I attempt to retrieve by one
What is your
arrow?
name?
while I'm standing?
Roll.
Lord of.
Try to get better than a 10,
So you call me
basically.
Lord.
Just
Yeah.
however you want to roll it, 50-50. 11. 11 is better. You get it back.
So 14 I get.
Yep,
at
you get
least
your arrow back.
one.
Zoom ran.
And
Oh,
you,
Lorida. That's
Laura
Nice.
Dove.
But I still have,
Alright.
still wasted another one getting
It's
him,
actually-
so I'm still at.
Are you rolling stuff all the
Little Rod
time?
Doobie.
He was rolling something. How many went into him?
3.
Look at me. I'm the
So
captain.
you get,
I'm the guy.
we'll say
I missed one, so I'm
that was the
guessing
one you
that I
got back.
that one
You
back.
get another
3
one.
are still
Another
sticking.
one is okay on him, but the ones that were on the front of him, he broke when he fell down. So you do not get those back.
So you have one of the ones I
One of the ones that didn't back.
I'm just trying to get my arrows
Yeah.
back. I'm
So
very
he,
concerned.
yeah. Maeve turns to you and then looks over your shoulder and asks if you're hurt, and then you go around the house. Split the party.
The
you didn't
scratch
get-
vexes me, but it's nothing to be concerned about.
Can you pull up that map again? Is
Roll
that
it
kind of
back
our
on
layout?
Yeah.
Coughing blood. I'm okay.
You're just like,
So we just cleared the barn. This is the
I
shed,
fix my
right?
eyebrows. I'm like,
That's
So
the
I'm
how do
outhouse.
my
over
eyebrows look?
here.
You have an arrow in your chest,
They're
arrow.
all over here.
There.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
She is down at the end here. Maeve is actually right outside, and he's out here. And you went to go retrieve your arrow from the knoll over.
Okay, so I'm way. Okay.
So he has disappeared.
the fuck
But Maeve was asking you if you were hurt. Yeah, she looked around him and said, "Are you hurt?" And he answered, but
single
she's
knee.
still looking at you.
I'm good.
She's just covered in shit.
Oh
Smell a
no.
little. I think I might have like a serious case of pink eye, but it's all fine.
Okay.
I'm
Any
pink.
case of pink eye is pretty serious.
And she's like,
bad cases.
she walks up to you,
Can hand me the fridge?
and I need another
No. I need you to hand me the fridge.
Project Echo.
Can you pick up the mini fridge and hand it to
Alright,
me?
I got it.
I need one as well. She walks up to you and is going to try to remove the arrow and stop the bleeding.
Oops.
I'll take the one that's rolling. Because it's a rolling rock.
Ah. Wow.
Oh my god.
Why would you throw it?
I'll take that one.
That's why.
If you have inspiration, you just lost
Don't
it.
open that. Don't open that. Hey, don't open that.
Do not open
Have I
that.
said that 3 times yet? Don't fucking open that.
Okay.
Look at that. Stupid.
She removes the crossbow bolt from your back and kind of puts some, wads up some cloth and puts it in there, and then
I told you I was fine.
then she mends your clothing so there's no holes in it.
Oh,
Mending.
I never got to use that as Savron.
We didn't really get down to the nitty gritty with that game.
No one really
Savron
broke
was-
anything. Or,
Savroth was the most useless dragonborn.
oh, you watch your fucking mouth.
All right, so
All he could do was sew.
you are still wounded, so she didn't heal you. She just got the arrow out
That's
of you.
fine. I'm feeling better.
All right. Then she goes and tries to help you
Okay.
scrape shit off of you and get
Appreciates
you
that
cleaned
about
up.
her.
Unfortunately, she doesn't have prestidigitation, which just can clean.
Thaumaturgy can do that too, right?
No.
No.
But I take some of my poop and I wipe it like on her.
That's terrible.
I'm like, look,
Like your personal poop, or
No, well, I don't know.
Add to the mix.
I'm just saying. She said I
I
take some
figured
of my poop.
I could
don't
go
know.
and nobody would even
Nothing
know.
like your own vintage. Oh, yeah, gross.
No, Thaumaturgy is not clean. It just does the
Thaumaturgy changes things, doesn't it?
Thaumaturgy
You
makes
can
it
open
so.
windows. You can boom your voice.
Thaumaturgy makes it so if you're giving a sermon, you could be badass. So because it's for clerics, like
Remember, I
so
got
you can
inspiration
boom
for
your
being
voice. You can make windows like fly open, like he's here with us, and all the windows blow open. You
That's
can
right,
make.
you do something strong once. That's right.
One time.
You know what?
One time.
If
All right.
Robert was here, he'd tell you how much he owes his life to me. Because
Yeah, but
I healed and revived him so many times.
All right, so you guys are
Why do you have
becoming
one of those at the
fix-
table?
It's been here for a long time. It was actually sitting here face up, and you turned it face down, and I put it over here. He just got gold bloomed, so our Lord and Savior right there.
That's what is that?
All right. So you guys are kind of like taking stock of what's going on. There's nothing else in the barn. The barn is wrecked. Like it smells so terrible in here, and there's so much waste. Like so much waste everywhere.
That might be me.
Yeah, I mean, Lord of then leaves, and it's fine.
Does it smell like shit in here?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you.
Bad.
He told you when you were coming up that it was bad, and even standing outside of it, you actually had to cover your mouth with like a.
So I probably said something
Rag.
like, this is much more waste than 4 gnolls could produce. There are definitely more on the property. We must clear this place.
We're defecating.
Just defecating way more. In
What
terms
are you,
of pure
what are you doing?
defecation,
You're in the front
there are
of,
more
basically around the front of the house now.
Yeah.
You're not hearing any of them
I know,
talking
I was
or
like,
anything.
I'm by myself,
Yeah.
basically. Do I see anything?
Prime monk.
No,
Prone.
there's nothing around.
Prone monk. Pure
The house, like I said, is all the windows are shuttered and boarded, but the door is off its hinge. It's been broken into.
I'd still probably move back towards the group. Like, I'm not trying to like go on my own and.
Not trying to be a hero
The shed,
or a
is,
lone wolf.
the shed is much smaller a space to clear.
I think so too.
I just wanted my arrow. Now I'm heading back, but I did get another like view of a different part of the house, maybe.
Yeah, not really. I mean, now between the two of you, you've been all around it, so there's really nothing out there. So
Lord of Air, I know that you have snagged a fingernail, but we should press on to the shed
What do you call it?
Jordarai, and that's Lorida.
Jordy.
Lordaville. Now we're Lordaville.
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 1,000
Lorida
times 1,000
and
apologies.
Jordarai.
It's Rocknut.
What?
Inspiration.
Wait, I got inspiration?
For
Finally!
bringing up Rocknug.
God damn it. Been trying-
1,000 times 1,000 apologies. East Rock was a piece of shit.
Yeah. So
What are they?
you head over to the shed, and the shed has been broken open. Almost all the tools and things that were in there have been ransacked. You actually saw them in the barn. They were stuck into animal parts and broken apart and all that kind of stuff because gnolls are assholes. There's a couple like seed bags in there that have just been like spilt open. Looks like eaten from, or something happened to, and they're rotting already because gnolls are terrible.
We should make our way back to the house. Identify the source of this destruction.
And that's when Maeve says, "Did anyone look at the bodies? Did they have anything valuable on them?"
Are
And
we allowed
the
to-
thief loses inspiration for not thinking that.
You're next. Damn it.
Like
Damn
the
it.
cleric actually says that?
Yep.
Interesting.
We should search the bodies real quick.
One thing, when she does cast her magic, she lifts up her amulet in front of her. And when she casts, by the way, that's her holy symbol. But she always seems to lift it up, and then the magic comes out of her hand, or the effects go off. And you only saw the one
I
time.
will say that Erevar, especially in the light of the light, is kind of overcome and searches hastily.
Okay, so you're going to go back to the one in the barn, or you're going to go the one...
The barn, care to the wind, money, money, money.
Is anyone going with him?
Let him go.
Okay.
I'll go with this guy. Do the
Is
other
anyone going to the other one?
The other what?
I mean, I was just there, so I'm gonna go back to that.
Okay.
one, I guess.
So you're going with him. Maeve will go with him. You walk up to the body, and it's dead in a pile of shit. So it's terrible, terrible to go through. But you do find that they have, or it has, a small pouch of some. Calling it leather is nice because leather would have been cured and preserved. This literally just looks like it was cut off skin of an animal that they folded up into a bag. But there's silver coins in it, about a dozen silver coins, and they are not like other silver coins that you've seen. They're actually a little bit larger than a standard silver piece from the realms. They're crudely made. On one side they have a spiral, and on the other side they have, most of the time they're all kind of different, but so there are some animal faces, like a lot of things with horns, deer, gorilla, this, that, goats, all kinds of weird stuff on
Did
them.
you say gorilla?
Yep.
Gorilla horns?
Gorilla. There's a gorilla one.
With horns?
It's weird. No, not with horns. Just a gorilla.
That's what I was
And
confused.
it's-
I thought you were
it's-
saying it
I
was
was
horns, and
so
you said
ready.
gorilla, and I'm like,
But no,
I'm
there's
drawing
a
the little
lot of
animals,
I said a lot of
and
them. I
horns.
said a lot of them with horns.
okay.
But
It's just like,
it's super
gorillas have horns?
crudely stamped in there. Like you could almost not identify what animals they are. The other problem with them is they're kind of slicked with like an oily, gritty substance, and they smell terrible. And you're thinking that's probably because these gnolls have been handling them, and they're disgusting creatures. You guys also find a similar pouch on yours. That one has 10 of these coins.
so we'd come back around the house, be like, hey, did you find a pouch of coins? We found a pouch of coins.
No, thank you. Look at this horned gorilla.
Horned gorilla. So we will take a little bit of break now after that little reveal.
Oh, do you have the break message
Yeah, the
on
thing
this
is,
one?
I do. They changed the format. They updated, so now like all the stuff's in weird places. But yeah, I do have the brief message. It is right here. Ding. After these messages, we'll be right back. Cheetos. GM tax.
Oh, it's like, oh, he said GM text. I was like,
Tax.
"That?"
So good. Tax.
Mm-hmm.
Has can't think of his screen name.
What's
Hello.
up? How's it going? Welcome, Lord and Savior Ace,
Wait, that came out
to the new Wednesday game.
Geostellar. Has he been on?
I haven't seen him in a while.
Huh.
I think I scared
You
him
don't
off
love
when he met
watching
me.
him. Oh yeah, you scared him off?
Mhm.
What'd you do to him?
I thought I was pretty normal, but I'm not a very sociable person
He
in
came on
face to
too
face.
hard.
Did you? I was afraid of that.
Lord and Savior Ace is our longest, oldest.
He was watching during riffs.
2 years ago. Lord and Savior Ace. What?
That's your dance move at the end of
I
that
know.
video. The
What's wrong with the Flintstone clock?
Anyone else need to? Alright, I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's break time. So
That's
you found these bags of these silver coins. They are bad, crudely made, nicks, cuts. They have all kinds of weird symbolism. The only thing they have in common is that swirl on one side. And they're oily, dirty. They smell bad. Like if you touch them, they leave a horrible smell on your hands.
can't make me any stinkier than I already am.
What are you fucking eating, man?
Cheetos, would you like some?
Bitch, no.
So, don't you have past experience with gnolls being who you are?
No.
No, 'cause that's about-
Sailor. This is kind of a land monster.
Or was it you? No, it was you.
Would be no.
If anything, I may have had a past experience with those.
Or just
I'm
maybe you've
actually
seen it
a-
before.
I'm a land-bound pirate at the moment. I basically gave up my boat to make my riches.
You
on
mean your
land
butt?
Instead. Listen, I don't make fun of Error. I think there's teasing gay people, so I don't do it.
Just shouldn't do it.
I'm not doing it. I was imitating you. I'm dating.
I really like.
I like IHOP and like and stuff, and also like butt bang.
So you know how your devil Mitch with Dayton had a emoji like that? He could literally just be Satan, but spelled Dayton.
I don't know if you saw what we wanted for the dating emoji.
I don't
The
know,
what?
but he was pretty upset when he found out I saved D in a box to my photo roll. Did the people get to see D in a box?
E in a box?
D in a box.
D in a box.
And show them.
I mean, it only exists because of a picture of Steve Toad.
D in a box. Step 1, cut a hole in that box.
Step 2.
Step 2, put your D in that box. Step 3, get her to open that box. And that's the way it's done.
You could be a motherfucker. Fuck each other's mom.
Nice. The college friends being back. Oh yeah, college is back. Is starting to come back in places. So it's still next week.
Monday
For
for
her?
me.
Monday?
Ew, Mitch.
What?
That sucks.
What's that?
They have to go back to school.
Yeah.
Not my
Summer
first.
went back class.
I wasted it on purpose. It was
You did a
very
great
nice.
job.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta waste some
The
time.
hell out of it. I wasted it so much.
We do a lot of
Like,
streaming.
like, you need to do something. I was like, no.
No,
Like what?
I do something at school. I don't want to do something out here.
Like, go to Arkansas.
Ugh.
Well, that was like right after.
All right.
Alright.
We're gonna get back into it.
All right.
So the only structure you have left to check on is the house itself.
So I'd like to sneak into the house after I check the front door for traps.
Yeah, the front door is broken off its hinge.
So there's no traps there.
No, you can make still. That could be the trap.
Woo! That is sleight of hand. Check for traps.
Perception.
Oh, perception. Whatever. 21.
It is absolutely trapped. You actually see that there is a tense kind of. It's not string, but it's not rope. It's some pretty thick cord that's tied to the bottom of the door, and so the door is kind of broken off its hinge, and so it's there, and it's going up to something on the ceiling, and you can see that if you try to push open this door, something's going to slam down. Basically, it's holding these wood beams with stakes at the end of them up there.
So these gnolls have been here for a bit then.
Yeah, and at least a couple days.
Well, let's disarm.
Yeah. Do you want to disarm or just trigger it? I mean, you could just kick it from the side and have the things come down.
You know what? Let's trigger it.
Yeah.
I
So
need to roll an elixir.
no.
Cool.
So everyone gets out of the way and you kick it, and the thing, like the door, kind of like slams open because the cord tension, pulls it back the moment you touch it, and only one of the things actually works. So it comes down and it has a stake on it, and it actually goes down so hard it breaks. So the plank goes, snaps off and hits the ground. The other two are just they kind of hang up there.
Our presence has been identified whether we know it or not.
Terrible.
Like, please
Maeve
don't-
laughs.
Please don't get
Yeah.
this.
Maeve gives a chuckle to that.
Alright, so I have alerted everyone in the house to our presence, but saved us from the trap in the front door.
Nice.
You heading in?
My idea is we should send the ranger first.
Oh yeah, is that your idea?
He's so strong and manly.
Alright. Fuck you. I'll go with it.
Fuck
Alright.
you! I said, hey, you're so strong and manly. Fuck you! I'll go first. Like, what are you, like some sort of like frat bro?
You walk into
You're right, I am. Burp.
You walk into the house. It is ransacked. It is trashed. Everything is touched, moved, broken, soiled, spit on. It's terrible.
Dude, gnolls suck.
Yeah, they are terrible things. Make a perception.
Bad things.
Oh, did you tell me to make a perception?
I did.
Do I have keen senses?
Not yet.
Do you
We're
not?
level 1, dude. That's
I'm pretty sure just being the
I hope I get to at least play something on above a level 5. I've never gone past that.
to what?
character
I've
that
played
we
a
had.
level 5 character on a one-off.
Just for
Yeah.
Hmm? Sorry, I thought I might have meant like
don't
advantage.
think so.
It's
No.
just for
Our 10s were pretty
But
intense.
still.
That's why I keep being like, I message, I'm like, no message.
It's still a natural 20 plus
We're
4.
a natural 20.
There's something about your soft hair that makes you roll better.
Every room has a trap in it, and they're all crude. Half of them look like they wouldn't even work.
So I yell back, hey, Dickwad. There's a bunch of traps in here.
We'll get in there, ass. Alright, so I'll
Can you go deal with all
room by
that?
room. I will try to set the traps off room by room.
Yeah, it's not difficult. These are terribly made traps. So, like I said, half of them don't even work. But this place has been ransacked.
But there aren't any gnolls in here, just traps.
Yeah, like everything, all the pantry and larder has been torn apart and eaten right there, and the stuff that's left over has been rotten. Every piece of clothing that was left in drawers or chests has been ripped and taken out and soiled. Every piece of furniture has been broken or abused in some way.
So my question for you guys would be then, the veracity that we fought in the barn says that they're here looking for something, that the traps, they don't want us to be in here, but they're not here either. There's got to be something they were doing here or looking for, trying to find.
I would say it would seem like whatever they were looking for, trying to find, they either found and left, or they didn't find and gave up.
So you think they might have actually accomplished their mission and left this behind?
Possibly.
They ran the people out.
Why would they trap the house though? What if they just?
Well, we're here to investigate, and we're running into the
I'm
traps.
saying, like, do you think that those? What were there, like 4 or 6 gnolls that were here total?
3.
You just killed 2.
We
2 and 3
I thought there
hyenas.
was
2
nine.
gnolls and 3 hyenas, so
Mhm.
not really that many.
No.
Yeah.
How many gnolls is many? Like,
How many gnolls is it?
any
Well,
gnoll is too
to soil
much.
a whole
So,
property?
just to give you an example, the stats you've been hearing while sitting in town was the 4 tribes were about 1,000 gnolls that came into the area, and 900 flaming fist went out to
Nice.
scatter them. So hundreds have gone off into the countryside in packs of 1 to a dozen.
So we might have actually.
Hola, fishing.
Hello.
Hey, Fish Chin,
Fishin'.
welcome back.
Fish chin.
You're here so often lately. We enjoy your company.
Thanks for coming by.
So I think we might have actually, not accidentally, but I think we might have actually completed our mission. We cleared the farmstead of Knoll and Knoll
So
occupants.
yeah, technically what we
We're
were
done.
hired to do, we've done.
Yep,
Like,
the
you
trap-
disarmed all the traps.
The
in the
traps are
house?
gone. Yeah, well, we just set them off.
We don't really need to know what they were looking for.
We don't. It's not what we're doing. So yeah,
You're not
let's,
supposed to loot, but you do get spoils. So the silver's yours, as terrible as it is.
I said we are allowed to like kind of anything that is still together and
Actually,
not
does the
split
shed
up.
have any-
Like we
I
can.
forget
You're
about
not
it.
supposed to take
Yes.
loot from the house. So
Yeah.
you're supposed to leave things there for the house. But I mean, this place is so trash.
So is the shed got anything salvageable in it? Damn
Like I
it.
said, everything's been broken. Knolls are just
I
terrible.
have to remember that I'm not Xernex this time. I have to
Is this
remember
house
that.
like just like single layer, like
Yeah, mhm.
Mhm.
It is.
So we can see everything. That's,
It is that big. 4 rooms.
So you like Chrono Trigger House? That's cool. You didn't make that, did you?
No, I didn't. That's it. So you keep. That's the front door right there. Trap here, trap
Show
here,
the
trap
camera
here,
real
trap
quick.
here. This is the farmstead that they are on. Actually, the whole map shows the barn and the shed and all that stuff in the outhouse.
I like it.
So yeah, that's it. That's all there is. I mean, you can also ransack it if you're trying to look for something. I'm not trying to be a goody two shoes. I just want to say that you're not supposed to loot things that belong in the house, and if you find things valuable, it may be an easy thing to say, oh, well, that was just, we don't know what you're talking about. That was gone when you got here.
Is
So,
there any reason the Knolls would take this particular property, or is it just that Knolls take what?
they just destroy and take, and
then
they're
fuck it.
terrible things.
We got it. We're done. Let's go back and get paid.
I would like to go shower.
I'd like to get paid.
All right, you head back. So you're heading back. All this entire travel is taking most of the day. What do you got going on in there? Is it just ice? I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you have a cup of like chips or something? Peanuts?
Jesus, eating ice.
Almonds? So you head back to town. It takes the kind of like the rest of the day. The sun's starting to sink low. When you
Sun's
get,
getting real low.
hey big fella, sun's getting real low, and you head into the outer town. It's kind of hustling and bustling. This is, the time when folks are hitting taverns and making deals, and it's not the day's work. Everyone's back in from the fields or wherever their work is. So there's a lot of goings on in the street. But one thing you do notice is the gate is closed
Shit.
to the city.
Outside, yeah.
hmm And you realize that they've been under such high pressure and attacks that they might just be locking the gates at night now. It seems kind of early. There's still some daylight, but
Are there guards at the gate?
yes,
Well,
yes there
let's
are.
go. Yeah, let's go talk to a guard.
Okay. They're up in like out of little balconies essentially in the tower wall, and he's just kind of looking down. And you guys approach.
Like, hey.
Let us in.
Hey.
Erevar. I'm assuming you're doing the talking here.
I say, why is this gate closed? Let us in. We have business in town.
No can do, sir. Got orders straight down from the fist itself. Locking the place up tight tonight.
What reason could possibly drive the fist to close the entire city?
I don't
Like
know.
I said, we have
Gnolls,
business.
werewolves.
We have business.
I don't care what business you have inside there.
Can I?
You gonna try to persuade?
Can I persuade him to let us in?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, what does it say?
That's a 4.
12? A 12 doesn't work? Motherfucker. Easter Hawkeye.
You probably
He's
need
rocking-
a natural
he's
20
rocking.
there, honestly.
Damn it. Easter
So
Hawkeye. Easter Hawkeye.
you banter back and forth with him. You try to sweet talk him, and he's like, "Hey, I don't care what business you have in there. You don't have business with me." And you think that maybe money would do it.
My friends, we might still make our way into the town, should we?
Silver.
Half of it, yes. So, I got 12. You got what?
10.
10 together.
Let's do 6.
You offer him 6 silver.
6. No, we're gonna throw the pouch up. Maybe, perhaps this will loosen the gate.
We should make him open it and then pass it because he's gonna smell it and he's gonna be like, I don't want this shit.
It's true. It is nasty smelling and looking.
Bad.
Well, aren't you gonna have to make some sort of roll for intimidation or persuasion?
Hey, I'm
No. Like there is a you've got a good enough persuasion that you've realized that it's going to take a bribe.
So we're gonna shink some silver at him.
Yeah.
Just shake it.
Some chink. Like Now that's the kind of business I'm talking
Well,
about.
perhaps this business will loosen the hinges of this gate.
What you got there?
Silver of ill repute.
I don't care what repute it is, as long as it spins.
Well, repute the gate open.
Can't open that gate. No, you're gonna have to climb up here.
Fuck you so much. So he's gonna let us come in
Yeah.
if we can climb. Okay.
Well, he throws down a rope, but
Oh, okay.
he
I
wants
was like,
the money first.
Fuck.
So
damn
how
it,
much-
I was hoping we were going for some acrobatics rolls.
No. How much are you?
For once. We're gonna do 6 silvers. We have a total of what, 18, right?
You have 22.
22.
Yeah.
We're gonna give him 6. We're gonna have 8. No.
We're gonna give him 2. You're gonna give him
16. You're gonna have 16 left after you give him 6. Since soldiers are generally paid
Math
a
is hard.
silver a day, like guards,
That's a long time.
that's
We're
a whole
giving him a
week.
week's
Like
worth.
actually, a 10 day.
Let's give
now
him 10
hold on.
A 10 day then.
So a 10 day, but these silver are bigger. They're much bigger than a regular silver coin. So silver coins are like dimes. These are like big coins.
Don't
So-
nickel and dime me.
We already said 6.
sorry.
I mean,
6 is good.
6
so,
is fine.
we don't actually know if
We're
we'll
all
spend
going to.
anywhere.
I guess we should all begin to scale the rope with the
Yeah.
with the money in my hand.
It's like you climb up, and he like has a spear, and he kind of like sets the spear over the balcony railing that the rope is tied to, so that you can't, like, if you try to get up, he can knock you off essentially. And he just sits there and waits for you to come up, and then
a heavy
he
satchel of
grabs it. He's like,
silver of
"Oh,
ill repute.
I don't know. It's like these are impressive. Oh, you could have washed them first. And he kind of
Wash them on your own time.
backs off. He's like,
Well,
he lets you climb up, and you get up on the balcony, and he goes straight down the stairs through the other door. Don't even look anywhere else.
I'd say it's been a pleasure, but it hasn't. So
side note, what does the Cardinal bond like? That's just like a business in town, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that really means nothing to like people.
we're literally mercenaries.
Right.
We're working for money. The guard is there to protect the city
Yeah, I
on
gotcha.
the city's
You
behalf.
also were all given the Cardinal Bond Compass Rose, which you can or cannot. You can put it on your clothing and wear it, or you can just have it as like a badge. But you have it on there, and that is official. So, like, it is a mercenary company that is registered.
Where's it is
So
In the city.
in the city, in the realm, actually, the Cardinal Bond is all up and down the Sword Coast.
Okay.
So you can go to any city and get work. You can also get by some officials and get by some things by saying, "Hey, we're contracted to do this."
Without being a dick about it, we're members of the National Guard.
Yeah, you're
Not
even
the
you're
Army,
worse.
not the Air Force, but we're volunteer
You're
soldiers,
yeah,
mercenaries.
you're like a volunteer force, anything like volunteer. What are they? The people that go out and try to rescue folks.
Coast Guard?
No, like literally go up to the mountain and try to find hikers.
Oh.
They're volunteer search and rescue. That's it.
What did you say?
Yeah, you're like volunteer
I
search
don't
and
think they're
rescue.
volunteers.
So some people will
Hey, what's
be
that thing
impressed by
doesn't
that.
help anybody? Coast Guard. No. We're talking about Snoopy. Like, I mean, Coast Guard.
Search and rescue is what I'm
God damn it.
So, you guys can pass through.
All right, so we pass through. I'll lead the group back down, and we'll head back to the Mercenary Guild.
Yeah, it's the office. You realize by the time you get there that Ice Pick's not going to be there. It's closed. But the faded sign across the street, the tavern that is across from the office, is normally a hangout spot for bondsmen. So you might find her there, or can at least talk. It doesn't, like, you can turn this stuff in tomorrow morning as well. It doesn't matter.
What is the name of this tavern?
The faded sign.
The Faded Sign.
Yeah.
That's why it's
It-
called the Faded
Yeah,
Sign.
its
That's not
sign. Its sign literally faded, and people. It's been around for so long that people forgot what the name was, so they just call it the faded sign.
It's not the Tilted Kilt anymore. It's
Yeah,
the
it's the
Faded
Faded Sign.
fucking sign.
Yeah.
You know, I
Interesting.
just
like
found
that.
out what the tilted kilt actually was the metaphor for. Like a boner. Like,
Yeah.
I never knew that.
It's
I always
terrible.
called it the wilted tit. Also a good bar name in the future for you.
What a wonderful aside.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's make our way into the Faded Sign. Let's regale the patrons with the story of our antics of late.
Are you gonna check to see if?
Performance.
Hold on.
Oh.
Are you checking to see if Ice Pick is there?
No, we're gonna walk in and be fucking loud.
Okay.
We'll see Ice Pick in a minute.
I come in playing my flute.
Do you have a flute?
Yeah.
She has-
Yes! So poetry over the flute.
I'm gonna walk in and just go.
That would have been cool.
Because I have a horn.
What does it?
9?
God damn it. 13. What is a performance of 13 garner us?
A shut up, a couple drinks thrown at you. No, it's not bad. People are not happy you're singing or you're talking loud and doing your thing, but they grin and bear it and tell you that they're not interested in hearing another.
Care not, Lord of, it is a tough crowd. Let us find Britra Ice Pick. Let's get paid for this job.
She's not there.
Shit.
We've looked for Britra Ice Pick, and
Let's
she's not
drink.
here.
Aren't you like one of your things is you drink too much?
What?
That was part of like your character's
Being a spring.
Oh yeah,
Flaws
yeah.
is
So
like
one of the flaws you
overdrink.
could take.
just drink too much, yeah.
You drink too much?
Well, no, that's just a flaw that Spring Eladrin can have. It's not necessarily something he took.
Alright. What would a room...
He took it in real life.
What would a room cost for the evening?
Sorry.
Do.
1 million.
Don't like that.
I can
Two-
see all
two
the secret
copper.
things.
Toot toot.
It would be a real shitty end for 2 copper.
Yeah. I'm literally like, your finest room, $2. So like, no, get the fuck out of here.
2 copper is like would be like
20 cents.
10 cents.
A
You know.
broom closet.
I know you have to think more, like he said, for 20 cents. So don't think about it like 1920s, where like, oh, 20 cents gets you a shoe shine and some food. Think about it currently. And what I did was 2 coppers is I gave him 2 dimes
A
right now.
squalid inn is 7 copper. A
Yes.
poor inn is 1 silver.
Wait, don't we have a place that we're staying at?
You're paid at the Elf Song. You have a room.
Some bitch.
I was
Let's go
like,
back.
yeah, we have a place.
You can sleep on the floor.
I was gonna say maybe one of us might stay here to meet Ice Pick, but
I mean, she's obviously not here, and you can talk to the bondsman here, and they say she was here earlier. She's already gone home, so
Back
you know
to the
that you
Elf
have to
Song.
wait. You know you have to wait till the
We
morning.
could wait. Yeah, we wait till the
So-
morning.
we should. I need rest. I got a fucking arrow in the back twice.
Well,
Sounds like a personal problem.
figure
to
it
me.
out.
It is a
where
person-
you want to stay.
I'm in charge of this fucking rapper. Let's go back to the Elf
So-
Song and take a fucking nap.
You wanna call it a
I
day?
want to call it a yeah.
Call it a eat.
Fuck you. Look at your fucking sheets.
So you go in, you have a drink, you hang out, you find out the thing, and you're like, okay, we're not
gotta
finishing the contract tonight, so they're gonna go back to the Elf Song. Are you gonna go with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
You can come back with us for 1 gold.
You can
can't-
sleep in the room that is rented for us for the price of my name, which is 15 gold.
Wait, what? The room is rented for us, not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Motherfuckers.
Oh,
So,
Don't.
They have rooms rented for them by their lord.
Do we have
by
2
the-
rooms?
No, it is a single room with 2 beds.
I'll give you a gold, but I'll pickpocket it off you.
how about?
Sleight of hand?
You don't even know what the cost of the rooms of the Elf Song are. You can go get your own.
What are the costs of the rooms of the Elf Song?
Are you guys going to the Elf Song?
Yeah, we're gonna.
We're definitely
Have a couple
going.
drinks. Go
what,
back
then fuck
home.
it. I didn't realize the room was under their name, then I'm gonna stay at the fucking
Faded sign.
Yeah.
Alright.
What's Maeve doing?
Maeve can stay with us for free.
Alright, I'm going with them.
Alright, well I'll stay at the Faded Sign for the price of what, 2 silver?
Just leaving his ass.
2
No,
silver?
it is
It's fucked up.
6 silver.
Maeve can stay with us.
And I hope you didn't add that silver
Whose bed is she staying in?
that you got from the dirty silver.
Or are we
The
sharing
The
it?
silver
Oh, we
repute.
never
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those don't translate to normal coins, and most people aren't going to take them as
Together,
straight over
even in
currency.
a fake world.
Who has the money? Like, who has those pouches?
So, we have our own.
So you have one with 10 in it.
So we split in half and half. So now we have 7 left.
Yeah.
And he can have he will have 9.
Okay, so
How many silvers are in a gold? 10, right?
10, yeah. And these, again, I'm talking about the other silver, which is
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
normal.
No, I'm just
so-
saying, this isn't doing the
No.
it's
Null
not
silver.
doing-
Yeah.
Why did I say gold?
All right. So he had a bag with 12.
Mhm.
And you had a bag with 10.
Each use 3 to bribe the guard.
Out of each bag.
one.
Mhm.
Okay, so then you guys had 7 and he had
9.
9.
Mhm.
So you still have the one with 7
Mhm.
and he still has 9.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. You guys go back to your respective places. You're alone, and you
We take Maeve out for the
And
night on the
Maeve-
town.
and Maeve goes back to the Elf Song. The Elf Song Inn. You've been staying there for like a week now, a 10-day. The Elf Song Inn is pretty cool. It kind of like gives you a little bit of that Feywild feeling because the Feywild is full of magic and Fey and craziness.
I want to close your ears, Mitch, because you're not here for this.
The
so.
Feywild, the Elf
She's soft
Song.
hair.
There is no music allowed in the Elf Song Inn. It is
Yeah, 'cause that
banned.
place
You
sucks.
kicked right out if you try, because there is a ghost of an elven woman who sings throughout the night,
Okay.
and so you'll just be
Okay.
sitting there and you'll hear the elf song,
Reminds me of home.
and it's a mournful song in Elvish about a husband, a lover that went away to war and never came back.
Terrible, you're like, I got it. I'm comfortable.
So, yeah, you guys head back to the elf song.
Sounds beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is soft hair piece of shit.
Soft air, baby. Like, what?
Can you make that the last name of your next character?
Soft,
Soft hair.
Soft hair.
Soft hair.
Elias Jam Jar. Like,
I'm gonna name
You guys staying up,
soft hair.
drinking.
I'm gonna name him Jeff Goldblum Soft Hair.
Goldblum soft hair. Sounds like a gnome.
Soft hair.
That's a good one.
That's
Like
actually
a
a legit
gnome
name.
or a halfling right there.
It's happening. Let me write that in a memo on my phone so
Okay.
I remember this.
So you guys are staying up
'Cause now I'm
and drinking and
permanently.
eating and doing all that fun stuff?
Yeah.
Was Maeve hanging out with us?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He's our new pal. We feel like sort of guilty for leaving him behind, but we don't quite trust him yet. So we're like, after a couple drinks, we
You fucking
quickly
leave it
forget.
behind.
I mean, we've done some jobs with him, so like we trust him
after we
enough.
were like,
but-
No,
you
you've
can't
never
come
done a
with
job?
us.
Oh
This is your
yeah,
first
this
job.
is our
I
first
don't
job.
remember that.
Sorry. My bad.
So let's call it a gold for all of you to drink and eat that night. So anyone can spend it. You can split up however you want.
Do that math without
I'll
Easter
get
rock.
this one.
Without sorry.
How do
Not
I-
Easter rock.
I don't remember.
So somewhere in equipment, I think. You'll have money
Just click on the money, yep.
and just subtract off a gold.
And then remove.
All right.
It's already there you go.
You split the party, so I'm going to have to do
Split the
a
party.
little bit of time with one, time with the other.
Let's do it.
So
No matter what I am. Be Arakoa. And I'll be Goldblum Soft Hair.
I don't want to name her first kid.
Yeah.
America Cochran. Yeah.
Goldblum Soft Hair Hatfield. That's gonna be her first kid's name.
Don't. Just don't.
Oh look, little Goldblum Hatfield.
My name is terrible. I'm gonna kill myself when I'm 9.
That went dark real fast.
Sorry. I'd assume no matter what they name it, that Dayton's kid's gonna kill himself at 9.
It's terrible to say. Oh my god.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Have you met my dad yet? Like,
I can
So-
go. I really do that.
All right. So you're hanging out at the Faded Side. What are you up to there? You just hang out and drink, do some, throw some dice or play some cards.
He's gonna roll another performance and fail.
hush. Yes, I would definitely sit at the bar. I would listen. If there's games available, I might play some games. I really kind of want to hear what's going on in the neighborhood as far as money's concerned.
Okay. So you sit down. You're just trying to pick up rumors and all this. A tiefling, comes in. I pronounce it wrong on purpose. A tiefling walks in. A man. He's got a nice, pointy, trim beard, nicely maintained.
It's like heefling, not a sheefling.
Okay.
Tiefling.
Dude, I can't get inspiration to save
Tiefling,
my
not a
life.
shifling.
Shifling.
He comes in and he sits down, like, not next to you, just like one seat away. Orders a drink and kind of like looks over and is like, how is your night going, my friend? How's your night going, my friend?
Well, I must say, we've cleared a farm of some vermin of the knoll type.
Oh, those gnolls, they're everywhere.
A smelly sort. What brings you here, my tiefling friend?
Oh, well, I'm just doing the rounds. I'm just kind of bar hopping. Is this place any good?
I have to say, it's been lackluster as of yet.
Oh, that's too bad. Maybe get into one of these games of chance.
I would consider it a kindness if you would join me in one of these games.
Oh, well, what do you play? Dice? Cards?
I've played both, but dice seem to lend themselves to me.
Then let's roll some bones, shall we?
I got bones.
So
Is your next roll these or twice? Is your next roll these dice twice?
you guys find a table where they're doing like one of those little dice games, going around the table. You chink, back in, out, back in, out.
I do want to cheat a little.
That's fine. You have proficiency in dice set, right?
I do.
Okay. So the game, I don't want to get too locked up in the game of chance itself, because it is fun, but it just takes some time.
Just so I know on the D&D sheet, where would I find
Proficiencies.
Proficiency. That's what I mean, it does not say anything about games. Navigator's tools.
So
tools,
it would
vehicles.
say, like, on this sheet, it says dice set as tools. Does it? Do you not have that?
I thought that I did. I thought I had to pick something specific, but maybe I don't. I don't have proficiency in dice set.
Okay. So normally you would roll the proficiency in dice, and everyone would roll that, and the highest one would win. But if you're going to cheat, then you're going to use sleight of hand instead, and it's going to be against perceptions.
Those are all perception, not sleight of hand.
They're going to roll perception to try to catch you.
Hey, 24.
Okay.
Fucking cheated.
So you're going along, you're cheating, and the guy's talking to everyone. This guy, you find his name is Urzire, and he's chatting up everyone. But he also, like, it's really interesting that you went out and killed gnolls today. So he kind of like goes back to that a couple times. Urzire.
So I don't need to sleep.
You meditate for 4 hours.
So we meditate.
That comes later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So Urzire is trying to, like, he's just talking to you. Drinks are coming around, all that stuff. But he won't. He pokes you for, you know, what you did that day. Like, Knowles, how is that? Do you work for the Feast or something?
Actually, we are part of the. I affect his accent on accident. We are part of the Cardinal bond. We seek our. I seek my fortune through mercenary tactics. Work. I have a set of skills that is, effective as far as combat is concerned. Beguile, wiles, wows. Dice, apparently.
I can't imagine that killing gnolls would be very rewarding. What kind of spoils would you get from a gnoll? They're dirty creatures.
The spoils can be twofold if you think about it. One is the experience of the combat. The other is the money received from the Cardinal bond.
Oh, yes, you've got to get paid. You're getting nothing from them, right?
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. I don't... like, you're not getting bags of gold off of gnolls, I would assume, because they're not really coming into town and buying anything, right?
It's funny you should say that. I'll ping him one of the coins. We have gotten sacks of this.
The coin comes over and he picks it up deftly, and then actually, like through his hand, he does the...
Yep.
Goes, this is terrible. And a window slams open at the front of the bar, like, and everyone kind of looks. You're like, oh, that is weird. You're like, what is on this? And he reaches down, pulls out a cloth, a handkerchief, and like wipes it off.
We found these coins upon the knolls in question.
Can you toss him the horned gorilla one?
The horned gorilla.
Also a great band name. Horned Gorilla.
Write it down.
Damn it.
What was the other one?
We've got prone monk.
Prone
Prone
Monk
Monk.
is really good.
Gray something. Gray Day.
Gray Day. Yeah.
Gray Day.
Gray
I don't
Day.
think Gray Day is that
What was
good.
the other one?
Because it's like Green Day, but gray.
It's like Green Day, but gray. It just came from.
Pure defecation.
Pure defecation.
Pure defecation. All right.
That's a good.
He goes,
What was it we just said? It was the silver thing. It was horned
Horned gorilla.
gorilla.
this is a very odd coin. It's hefty. How much is this worth, you think?
I'd say 2 silvers on the silver.
Oh, no, it's way more than that.
I'd say 5 silvers on the silver.
So, the size of a dime, right?
Half a gold piece.
It's a little bit thicker and a little bit bigger than this, and a silver is literally the size
So
of a
I
dime.
would definitely exaggerate and say 1.5 gold pieces.
Yeah, I could say that. This is like maybe an ounce.
Do you care for it?
Well, you willing to trade? It's very interesting.
Yeah, I'll part with 1 for 2 golds.
2 gold.
Sorry, a 1.5 gold.
That seems fair. I mean, you're already parting enough from me already with this game. You'll pay 1 gold, 5 silver.
Did I win anything playing?
Yes.
Because I was cheating, asshole.
You win 12 silver, so a gold 2 silver. Most of these people are playing. We're playing for coppers, but when Urzire showed up, he kind of turned it into a silver game.
So, can I tell if Urzire seems to be well known in this area? People seem to know who he is when he says, no one knows who he is. This is random. So then I'll inquire. Like, what?
After he pays and you're counting your money, the coin just disappears. Like this.
So I think I asked him what he was doing here.
You said he was bar hopping.
Yes, but what brings him to town?
Oh, fame, fortune, same as every other Baldurian, right? Been here about a month.
Where are you staying?
Oh,
Urzire.
Let me look something up real quick.
It's always good when the GM has to. What are you taking a picture?
The Rolling Rock.
You'll get it when you get it.
Patience, buddy.
That is what she said.
Good.
You'll get it when you get it. Hey, babe. You get it when you get it. Oh, alright. Jeez. How was your day? You'll get it when you get it. Oh, I'm so curious about your day.
You'll get it too.
Oh, I'll get it too. How'd your hair so soft?
I don't know.
You'll get it.
I probably did. There it is.
But my wife
Missed
just
it.
said that to you, and I don't know how I feel about that.
What?
His wife says stuff to me sometimes.
She says a lot of weird things to him.
Dayton is extra pale.
So I'm staying at a nice establishment outside the Wide. The Wide is a massive market up in the upper city.
Would it be something that was out of my price range?
Yes.
Yeah, like way out. Like
It's not way out, but it's like to even get up there. That's where fancy people go. It caters to the nobles and the nobility and the rich.
So when he tells me that,
And he looks like he's pretty well dressed.
So what's he doing down here then?
He says bar hopping, and you kind of feel like he's slumming it. He also, like the way he handled that coin.
Oh, I'm not a fucking thief. God damn it!
You are. You're a rogue. You're a thieves' can't.
You about to rob this guy?
No, actually, the dead opposite. I'm going to thief cant this guy what he's doing in town.
He thieves can't. It's back a little of this, a little of that.
I like it. All right. I tell him let's change venue and head back towards your hotel.
You guys about to
You don't want to go up there. It's stuffy. A little bit, too watched these days.
I feel the tables here aren't loose enough. Perhaps we should.
And when he says watched, he's kind of emphasizing that the watch is in, because the upper city is got double patrol basically. But you can stay in the lower town, go to another place, but I don't know where you're going.
No. Perhaps our business might align as. Well, perhaps our business will align as I work here further. Could I call on you if I need?
Yes, of course.
Give me your digits.
He tells you the inn he's staying at, which is a nice one up in the outside the Wide, called the Gray Grape. The Gray Grape.
All these grays. All right. Well, I had his information. If I wanted some money, I'd probably call it a night.
Alright. He,
Oh, wait. Sorry. I would probably ask him, too, like, if you could inquire about the silver that I've given you.
I could ask around.
Maybe some sort of thing. Yes, there we go.
Alright.
You
head out.
Anyway, I gotta
and
sleep.
He finishes his drink, finishes one more round, and then he leaves. Alright. The elf song. You guys are hanging with Maeve, who again is super quiet. Like, especially here with two Eladrin, like, she's kind of like just... Thanks for the food and drink.
So
You guys just keep Maeve hostage?
we just invited her to hang out. So Maeve, what brought you to the Cardinal Bond? How did you get involved in work like this? You seem very...
Also, just real quick, she is
Human.
Also, great question.
Yeah. She's like, well, I needed money. I got here and I was broke. I went to the temple. The Tymora, the goddess of luck, the symbol she's wearing. You guys aren't very familiar with it because that's a human god. But that's one of the big two in Baldur's Gate. One is Tymora, and because of trade and commerce, she's the goddess of luck and money. So it's all about that. But the other one is Umberly, which is the goddess of the ocean. So
Has she heard of... Oh, I'm not there.
you're not
Oops.
there.
Sorry.
So she says, I went to the temple, but
Hey.
they weren't, they weren't taking in any more acolytes, and the accommodations were terrible. And so I heard about the Cardinal Bond and that they, find work for people. So I just did that. Drug dealing monkey.
No way.
30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Hey, drug dealing
So-
monkey.
So,
That's one of the regulars at Thirsties.
oh really?
Mhm.
Oh,
is that the...
this is the one that
Right,
fell,
yes.
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
it's fine.
It
It's got a dent in
it's
it.
it is.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Just
No.
open it.
You know?
Just tap the top. Tap the top. There you go.
It's been sitting there for a while now. It's totally good.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's fine. See?
It's all foamy.
So, Drug Dealing Monkey, we have started a new campaign. We
Wait,
lost
who is
a
it?
player to availability, so now we have a new team.
Two guys come in. One works. What's his name? Sorry, I don't.
want to give his name out on the
Okay,
stream.
yeah.
I'll explain it later, but yeah, he's a
Okay.
regular. Yeah, he lives nearby. We see him pretty frequently. He comes on Thursdays mostly. He comes with a buddy or two. Yeah.
I'm not going to say his name, but I'm going to give you all his habits.
I will
Where he
tell
shows
you.
up. And
He drinks margaritas.
All right.
Well, I'm not
Get
going
out.
So
on
that
Thursdays
was-
anymore because Mitch is going to be working.
That's true. Wah, wah. Anyway, so she answered that question with that she came to town. She was broke. The temple wouldn't help her, so she got this job. And like literally,
I'm not there.
she walked. She even says that this was her first day. Like she needed, like I was broke. I needed money to eat and to do something. So I just sat in the office and hoped a job came open. So
This is her first thing.
this is her
she
first
did.
job. And she's
Lots of questions.
I can't think of a single goddamn question. You go.
Well, apparently you asked a good one already.
yeah, that was a good one.
He's like, Maeve, what would make
What's
hair
your favorite
softer?
color?
What's your favorite color?
Oh, so
Black.
What would make your hair feel,
She's
what makes your
gossiping.
hair feel soft?
We would at this point know her name, obviously.
Yeah,
Right.
Maeve.
Maeve.
He asked, I think, who's this?
He didn't have to be
And, yeah,
smart.
it was
He's
Maeve.
pretty.
That is true. Inspiration.
I already have it, so I get
So
one.
you can give it to someone else, or you can take erudition.
No, I want it. Erudition.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yes, queen.
He hates it when we hang out.
All right.
He's like hitting on my wife. I'm like, oh, also married.
We just gang up on him, you know.
He's just mad because he doesn't know that squeen's a word.
Sweet.
Yeah, squeen.
Squeen. Squeen. All right. What are
I'm
you
just saying,
asking?
yes, queen. Not yes, queen.
No, what she just told us, like, we don't technically know what she is yet, right?
Human.
No, not like human. Like we
She
don't know that
told
she's a
you.
cleric.
Yeah, she told you. He asked in the beginning, and he's like, "Nope, this is a cleric. She needs to go with you to."
Damn it.
When we were don't be goddamn it. But like when we were traveling, I inquired about your classes on purpose so that when we got there, I would know what to do with you guys. And then I did nothing with you.
No, that was a tactically sound combat.
Yes.
So, anything else?
Error was very reserved.
I mean, you don't have to keep asking questions. Don't listen to him. It's not like she's advancing the plot. You're just finding out about an NPC.
Always listen to me.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm new Robert.
Want a question?
Can I interrupt things and be like Robert for a second? Listen.
Come on.
Don't bite me, Jesus.
I did not.
I
Would never.
some chompers on that bitch.
So for the rest of the night, like, you eat, you drink.
I can
It's
see
nice.
everything you do. I don't know why you would try to like lie about it.
What
Like, oh, did you chomp on
are
camera?
you
Yeah,
letting
you chomped
her
at me.
stay in your room?
Yeah, we built a little cot for her with some blankets.
Yeah, you can have him bring
we
up a
have two
trundle.
beds,
You have two
right?
beds.
Well, we're gonna bunk together. You
Okay.
know how we do.
Not anymore.
Gross. Are you guys brothers, sister?
Not,
No, they are
just,
not.
We're just part of the same community.
not after she tried to bite him. I'm sleeping with Dave.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, and you probably you need to go wash down and,
Oh, yeah,
and
I smell
clean your
awful.
clothes and all that stuff. So,
I meditate the shit off of me.
You meditate the shit
so
off.
you take your time to clean all
I
that
don't even
before
need to
you
sleep.
ate
I'm
and drink.
sleeping with Maeve.
Yeah.
So
She be
I'm
trying
gonna
to
lay next to her for 8 hours.
She be trying to put your
Wait,
arm in her mouth.
He doesn't have to sleep either.
no, you both the
That's
same race.
That's
We're
a,
this
That's an
I didn't know
Eladrin.
if that was
That's a
a
Eladrin
monk
thing.
or an
Just
Eladrin
rest.
thing.
No, you rest.
No,
You rest
but
rather
if you
than
can
sleep.
make it to, I think, 14th level, you stop aging, which is
You
kind of
guys-
moot for Eladrin because you live forever anyway, or live
Is
for a
that
long
just
time.
an Elijah thing, or is it an elf thing overall?
An elf thing overall is long lives, but as a monk, she will literally just stop aging.
So what happens with half elves? Do they get that?
They live longer than humans, but not
But
forever.
the meditate, not sleep. That's
That's all elves, yeah.
That's all else again.
And the half elves get a little bit of it. They're resistant. They're immune to sleep magic,
Yeah,
but they still need to actually sleep. You guys are immune to sleep magic as well.
That's interesting.
So,
I like the
I'm gonna
idea
go
of
shower
Isra
and meditate.
dying someday.
yeah, clean off. And there's not really showers. You can go to a bathhouse, but for the most part, you're just using a basin and washcloth, clean yourself off.
It's cathartic to say, but I really like the idea of Isra dying eventually.
It's happened. So
Hey,
you guys go up and go to sleep at the end of the night.
it's like already happened.
So there's two beds. They're on one side of the room. I'm going to ask a really weird, specific question. But which beds are you taking? Because there's one bed that's closer to the door, and there's one bed that's closer to the window.
I feel like
Sleep on the floor.
We're
I'd like
taking
to
the
sleep
one
closer
close
to
to
the.
the door.
I was gonna say the window.
Oh, someone is sleeping with Maeve.
So
Me and Babe can chill together.
that's
she keeps
in a
being like,
lot of
"Sleep with me, sleep
adventure
with me, sleep with
groups.
me."
In a lot of adventure groups, the girls stay in one room,
Yeah.
guys stay in the other type of thing. Because but you both grew up together, so you have that going for you.
Fine, fuck it.
Actually,
I'll
whatever.
sleep in the one by the. I'll.
So, Kaylin, you were here.
I'll s-
Our first D&D game was very awkward where Robert's character was like a big dude and ended up sleeping with our orc cleric,
Half-orc cleric.
half-orc cleric,
Which was
who was Wiley. So he's like, I'll get in the tub with her. And he's like, she invites you into the tub.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Like, you guys get it down.
we do
It's
it.
like
We're
a weird role play between
Robert and I
Wiley
are
and
like-
Robert. It's like
It happens.
Dayton and I are both like, did
You gotta open yourself.
fuck each other in front?
You guys gotta open yourself to the romance options.
I get it. but
I have to play all the girls.
I get it. We're like,
all of
yeah,
them.
we're like,
even, even if you're trying to pick up a random girl at a bar, I'm playing that girl.
I get it.
So,
Wiley's all
We went back
I'm
to
all
like,
the people.
We went back to the bar and both of us were like,
I guess technically in our first Firefly game where
Yeah, you slept with me too.
that's right. NPC.
Not the NPC. It was the character.
No, it was an NPC.
Well, it wasn't the
It was-
pilot.
she
I was,
wasn't part of
like
it. No,
the
it wasn't- it
aid
wasn't
to
Graham or
the
whatever.
senator.
Yeah.
It was the senator's aide.
yeah, Senator's Aid.
So sex happens in DD.
I still have those on my memos. Like
The names of them and what happened.
We looked at those
All right.
very recently. We're gonna do that.
So
That's
you were
that's the next
staying
game.
in which bed?
I'll be in the one closer to the door.
I think
the
we can have both things covered.
the
Babe's
women
not.
can be.
So
in a
And
bed
you're-
together.
Me and Maeve are bunking
And bunk at the window.
at the window.
To the
I
windows,
should be worried
to the
about
walls.
So I spelled
So
this.
you guys are in your meditation. Maeve's asleep. She has cute little snores.
Dude.
And you're going through you're sitting there, laying, sitting, however you do it. You're a monk. You probably are cross-legged. And,
I plank my meditation.
you plank.
Oh, you're a plank meditator?
No.
Is that thing dead? No, it's meditating.
Make perceptions. Like you're in your memories. You're in your own memories and
Perceptions
reliving
are
them
my
and doing all that
favorite.
kind of stuff.
That's
But
bad.
you're still aware of your surroundings, so you're not at disadvantage
Those are
because
14
you're being
plus what?
asleep.
That was only a 4 plus my, I think, 4.
Perception is important.
Natural one.
Use that inspiration.
Inspiration.
Just do it.
Oh,
That's a good idea,
Never take a 1 if you have the
But
option.
yeah, if you have an inspiration, don't.
It's much
10.
better. I mean,
10 plus.
it's
No,
was that
10. It's still literally 10 times better than what you got.
Mm-hmm.
I use my inspiration to get a 20 on my perception.
Okay.
Not a natural. Just,
So you're
Unnatural.
by the door, right?
I'm,
There by the window.
I'm solo, cross-legged, normal meditating, not weird plank meditating with another woman.
Sounds like judgment.
Don't leave. This part's about to be so cool. So you hear.
I'm doing my job.
You're sitting there and you're meditating, and you hear just the faintest noise, and it's super muffled at first. And you're like I said, elves are inside their memories. You're going back and you're reliving memories. You're filtering out things. You're editing them because elves live so long. You can't just have all that memory in you, so you can be like, I can forget this one. I want to keep this one. Like, yeah, you're doing was it Palace of the Mind or what's the memory? Whatever it is.
It is Palace of the Mind, memory
Yeah.
temples.
So that kind of thing. Like you're filing memories away. You're looking at old ones and things like that.
Memory Palace.
So and you just hear this faintest sound, and it's muffled at first, and then it gets louder, like a switch. So it's like muffled then
Oh, look
louder.
at me. Yeah, there.
Look
Is that what you're drinking?
at bar wench.
That's getting louder.
Yep.
I'm terrified.
Are
In my
you
dream.
terrified?
In my dreams.
I don't even know what's going on.
Cores.
Gross, bud.
Sorry, man. I don't make the rules.
So and it was like
What is my name, Jerry?
it's like this. So when I said it's a switch, like it's a switch. It's not that it gets louder. Yeah, it's like this. So all of a sudden it just got louder.
It's somebody typing.
Where am I hearing this?
From the door.
It's a typling.
I'm gonna go open the door.
Nothing.
Okay, well, you could just say you're opening your eyes and looking at the door.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's what you do. Like, whoop,
Yeah.
you look over there. There is this wide, this long centipede that is
Gross.
gone
Fucking
underneath the door and is crawling up the door.
Gross. You should fucking stomp on that thing.
Should
I'm not
be
even in your
so.
room with you. I'm just like, that's gross.
I'm gonna throw
Yeah.
my hand axe.
Oh,
at
stop!
it.
Yeah, stop making the finger.
Yeah, all those
You know
little
what it
legs.
looks like now. God
You're like-
damn it. Ugh, it's even worse.
Yeah, I didn't. I cut my nails today, so I didn't have that cool clickety clackety. But
Clickety-clack.
she, so you reach over and you grab your axe, and it's like it opens your door, and you throw.
Get the fuck
Make
out.
a roll to hit.
Get the fuck
And we're
out.
still, me and Maeve are
You're
like
a-
unaware.
You're unaware. You're just asleep. You're about to be very aware.
So your perception roll is low enough that you don't wake up, so you have no
Oh
idea what's
no!
happening. Get out of here.
We gonna die by centipede.
You have inspiration? You
No,
wasted
well, he
it on your
wasted it.
perception.
He saw it.
I just rolled a natural one.
All right.
Not
Throwing my
only
hand
do
axe.
you not hit it,
Yeah. Not only do you
your
not
axe
hit it.
bounces off the door and back into your forehead.
That's the best part of that natural one.
No, it won't hit me. It'll probably hit one of you two.
Let it be
I'm
me.
not
I'll
there.
probably let it slip out my back.
Oh,
here. I'm
fuck
someplace
We
me.
else.
should have invited him. So
I'm
he could-
someplace else getting a good night's sleep.
This is terrible. So you natural one,
Also, you should never split the party. And
yeah.
regularly split the party.
and you're the
Oh.
leader. You
Always.
split off as the leader of this group.
I don't do it on purpose. I just all of a sudden everybody looks at me and goes, "We split the party." I'm like, damn it! I split
You
the
reach
party
over,
off
you
on
grab it,
myself.
and you're about to swing when you hear that click, and it just like it gets to you, like rattles you a bit that this thing is smart enough, it's big enough, and it's smart enough that it did that, and so you just like let go early, and the axe just flies to the other side of the room, crashes into the water basin, shatters it, and water spills down. You are now very much awake.
It's shit
It
water.
was
So
some
is me.
emotions for your pussy self.
So you
You're so
And the
pussy
things
scared of. You're just like, oh, bugs, I'm a pussy.
let's roll some initiatives.
Let's see, but was that 2?
3
Get out of here.
Plus
Did you roll-
4.
plus 4.
What is yours?
Wait, yeah.
We both rolled
7.
3s right now, so we're both at 7
No.
initiatives. And Maeve got a
Maeve got a 8. So Lord of, what do you get?
7.
And Jordarai?
7.
God damn. All right.
Roll initiative. We go last. Oh, okay. Cool. What'd you roll? Nothing.
I'm all confident too because I finally have a +2 initiative versus all my other characters ever. I'm like
You're
+4,
not
cool.
supposed to- yeah, but the cleric's
3.
not supposed to go first. Like, Savarov was wonderful. He wasn't supposed to go first. He was
Oh,
supposed to help us
absolutely.
out.
Like,
Yeah, that
that's
was
why I was like
absolutely
totally
amazing.
cool that I was like, I want someone to get hurt so I have something
Okay.
to do before I do anything.
Savarov was the man. Don't play yourself
So
in the
it clicks that handle, and then the crash and all that thing happens, and it goes and like just looks over at you. So it's kind of flipped over, and this like the centipede's up the door, clicked the handle, and is now peeled itself off the door and turned around and looking at you. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
You scaredy bitch.
Just me?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you scaredy bitch.
8.
You can go into conditions and give yourself the frightened condition.
Yeah, you scared.
He's
bitch.
scared.
You're still scared.
He's scared.
That's
Don't
scary.
scared.
Ability checks, everything, 'cause you're scared of everything.
Sears in line of sight. Can't willingly move closer.
Guess I should have slept.
We're
at
supposed to be on the
door.
same team, and I'm like, you're a scary little bitch.
All right.
That's bitch.
The door pushes open.
I suggested no.
The centipede is still on the door as the door pushes open. And this
What is it?
thing,
I'm not here. This is crazy.
it,
Doesn't look
tried to
good.
charge
I just
me.
saw it. I maybe shouldn't
I
have
would've
seen
been
it,
here to
but I
help
am
you.
seeing it right now, so.
We're gonna get along just like, ugh, look at that thing.
this walks
Oh,
in.
no.
It is.
It's cute.
It's only about 3.5 feet tall.
All right,
It just
who brought the
pushes
dog?
the door in and like.
It's
Who
the
let it in the front door is
It's
what
the
I want
key
to know.
master. I'm the key master. Are you the gatekeeper? All right, who brought the dog?
So that thing comes into the room, slobbering and slavering.
Shit on a stick.
Shit. All right.
Fard.
Yeah. This is gonna be bad.
Come
Also,
on.
I'm not here, so good luck.
Is there any chance you just hear a
It
commotion from
it comes
No,
in. Oh my
I'm in a
god,
different
this is
part of town.
fucking terrible. So it comes in. It's like, yeah, and it just
vomits.
no worse. Like it shids. It kind of it comes
just
from
shits everywhere.
like underneath its arms. It comes from underneath its
Oh no! it just
torso.
evacuates from its. Ugh.
Oh no!
and this like literal green, brackish green brown cloud fills the room.
Gross.
Everyone makes Constitution saving throws.
So I'm gonna stick around. I want to see if Dave gets poisoned. I do like when Dave gets poisoned.
I'm already frightened. Am I gonna get poisoned too?
You're super poisoned.
I got a natural 1.
Okay, yeah, you are poisoned. So add that condition.
No, wait, is there something that I'm going to be adding or no?
I'm
Yes,
so
look
fucked.
for saving throws. It might be under just abilities. Look at attributes.
Okay.
So you have a pretty good one, right? Your Constitution
Plus
saving.
2.
Only
Okay.
+2. It's not that good.
So
So do I have like double disadvantage?
Fuck!
She got a natural 1 too.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. So you're poisoned. Maeve is not poisoned.
Yes.
All right.
Can you really hear us while you pee slow?
Fuck a duck,
In
man.
case anyone didn't know, Mitch pees slow.
Can I take that back? My little thing. What was it? What's it called?
Oh, the erudition thing? No.
No, you can't. All right.
Oh, this is unfortunate.
We done gooped. Maeve is the only person that's not like.
Yeah,
Fucked
and
up.
she's not a strong fighter.
Alright,
You
so
know.
let's get ready to make new characters next week, boys and girls.
All right.
Except for Mitch.
8. Maeve goes. She screams.
I can't have double disadvantage, right?
No.
But I'm frightened and scared, so I have disadvantage on my ability checks and attack rolls.
Yeah.
On both things.
Yeah. Maze reaches over to the nightstand and grabs her loaded crossbow and tries to shoot that thing.
The thing
And
that
misses.
just came in and
Yep.
shat.
She doesn't really like the door open and the centipede is still on it. So like she just got woke up by your crashing. She doesn't really know the centipede is there, but she just saw the thing come into the room. So a crossbow bolt sails past you and thunks into the door. Bonk.
Your natural one.
Missed everything. Yeah, 1-1. So she misses. Then it's your guys' go. So good fucking luck.
Yeah.
So whatever we do, it's at a disadvantage with a what's a consequence, basically.
Yeah, like you.
So we get to roll.
Oh, by the way, this is
4d20
this is
twice
more
and take the
than
lower.
regular poison. So besides having disadvantage and all that, you can only either take an action or a bonus action, not both in a turn. So you're not going to get extra hand-to-hand attacks during this.
That's
It is so
devastating for a monk.
It
Devastating.
was nice knowing you.
bad. So
Yeah, you guys can't die.
Was it?
I still need a team.
what you doing?
Team you.
All right, I'm gonna hit it with a stick.
Grab your and run over there, coughing through the stuff, and smash.
Gross.
Do it up.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
Little element.
Wait.
Plus 6, 13.
13.
That hits.
And you just have to remember, like, the rule of thumb has got to beat a 10.
Yeah, 10 is a 50-50 chance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes! There you go.
10 damage. Ooh. Smash!
Smash it.
Bop it. Twist it.
Aim it.
Turn it.
Click it.
Load it. Kill it. Shoot it. Shoot
It's
it.
like, what?
You hit it hard and it like kind of like backs down from you, but
Oh, you were hitting the farty thing?
yeah.
The farty thing, yeah.
Did you guys kill the centipede yet?
Oh,
No,
you hold on.
We're
Hold on 1 second.
I'm just curious. I was
No,
reading
just
slowly.
the farty thing so far.
But I rolled.
I know.
What's it actually called?
What?
This monster.
Dretch.
Okay.
Dretch.
Because we're gonna
Like
call
the
it the
farty
farty
thing.
thing.
Wrong person. Jordan.
How was your game last night? We fought this farty thing, and it went really
Is this
poorly.
thing a fiend?
It is.
Oh, motherfucker.
Favorite enemy, fiends, creatures, few of that. You have advantage on survival checks to track your favorite enemy. You don't have survival though. As well as int checks to recall information about them.
You didn't take survival?
He didn't take survival.
You're,
I've given him multiple options to switch out one of his skills for it.
you're a ranger.
You know what? Y'all keep saying that, but
You're
in
going
any,
off. You've
in
never.
any D&D game we've ever played, no one
'cause you've
ever has to roll
never
survival.
played a ranger before, where you actually have to track, and that's survival.
Do we need to track this thing, or is it right fucking in front of us?
We're going to
Right.
track
Put it
something
in.
eventually.
Yeah, you're gonna, like,
You're gonna
that's-
fail us as a ranger.
I have advantage though.
No,
It's because your
yes,
hair's
you do.
soft.
Just
But
because
good
I
luck.
didn't take survival doesn't mean I
Well,
don't get that
you
advantage.
only have
Gold loop
advantage
soft hair over here.
if it's a
Soft hair.
fiend you're tracking.
Cool, boom, soft hair.
Well, this thing is.
This thing is, but like if that knoll got away, and you had to track it through the woods, you would have not had that.
That's fine.
Anyway,
So yeah, that doesn't help you at all. So what did you roll?
I rolled a 14 to hit the centipede.
Oh, you're taking centipede.
Yeah. I'm scared as shit as that. This other thing I just
It's
saw come in and
fucking
fart.
scary.
I don't know what the hell that's about.
I'm super glad I'm on the other side of town sleeping really well. I'm just glad I didn't have to see
Centipede
this
is
giant
frightened me. I'm
You hit.
nice.
Yes.
Queen.
Yes, Queen.
12?
You know that the fourth
So
season of
it
Queer Eye
takes
on
6.
Netflix
Wait,
right
wait,
now.
wait. Actually, hold on.
All 4 seasons are
On
on.
the
Amazing.
Yeah.
They're life affirming. They're positive.
What?
They're a lot of fun. Queer Eye?
Oh yeah.
Is
We're
on
not
Netflix right
sponsored
now.
by Queer Eye.
We're not sponsored by Queer Eye, but we would love if they came down here and asked.
If you want to see Mitch cry, just any
Dude.
episode, that
Queer,
or the
Queer Eye
House
and-
Hunters or whatever it is.
No, it's Extreme
Extreme
Makeover Home
Oh
Edition.
yeah, those things
No,
are
they
good.
always starts the same. I go,
Okay, so
They
it
start
takes
up.
6.
You meet the people, and you're like,
It,
cool.
you hit the
That's
carapace
terrible.
of this thing,
They
and it kind of
definitely
goes and breaks
Next
your
scene is
arrow,
like,
and it
go on
snaps
vacation,
off,
and then
and you see the thing just like
vacation.
it jerks a
You should
little,
do it.
but
The third scene, you're like,
it didn't really
I'm
seem to be
making
very
their
effective.
room my personal project. And I was like,
And you that arrow's gone.
So I did half
yeah.
damage.
And then they tear the house down, and they're always
I
like,
have
oh,
to
we're on
go to
vacation,
my
cool.
equipment.
All right,
Then they come home and like, move the bus, and like, move the bus. And as soon as they move the bus, I'm like,
so
I need
that
it
was 7s.
So bad.
I'm going back to the top of the order.
Someone's like, get a
18.
hold of yourself. I'm like, hey, it's so good.
The Dretch is going to bite and claw you.
Nice.
Ooh, is it dual attack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Claws and mouth. You don't get to roll against it.
I hope
But
it's
she
for
has
Oh,
a-
is
comfort.
that for comfort? Yeah.
It has decently high AC though,
Mhm.
so
We can help.
I'm just proud of these red dice.
16.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
16. That's exactly what her AC
And the
is.
second attack is a 17.
Unfortunate.
Get out of here.
You
Holy crap.
Take
Give me a Viking funeral.
8 damage.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dying. I'm
Good
dead.
thing
Yeah,
Maeve
you're-
is here. She could heal.
Does that put you down? 0?
No,
2? Okay.
You definitely take a knee.
Now, I just want to throw this out there, and it's a D&D mentality.
Maeve is
I
not
jump out
poisoned.
the window.
Maze is not
Wait for
poison,
that.
but there's
That's a good
a
idea,
worse
though.
thing. But
That's a
yeah,
good idea.
I know in D&D, like a lot of it is, hey, you wouldn't put us against it if we couldn't beat it, or there's that mentality of it's just you just keep hitting until it dies or you die. But you guys probably want to live, and there are other options than just sitting here and attacking this thing.
Very good. Also, when he says like encounter calculators and stuff like that, I'm not there.
Yeah.
Normally
This-
I would be there. Like you guys, we've separated ourselves, so now you guys are fighting on your own without
Yeah.
me.
So you're
So
one
did
down.
we separate ourselves, or did you?
He
I was busy. You were
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna go home and sleep with me.
All right. So that
No,
did that to
she
you.
went and slept with Maeve.
Listen, you soft hair piece of shit.
I'm by
The-
myself.
The centipede goes and goes underneath your bed.
Sound again.
Underneath my bed?
Yep.
Ah,
Wait a
it's
minute.
terrible. It's worse knowing what it is.
Wait a minute. Okay. No,
You're frightened.
I just can't move
You just
closer
can't move
to
closer,
it. It
but-
can move closer to me.
Yep. So it is somewhere
Now it's
underneath your
underneath
bed.
me, dude.
Gross. You guys gotta get out of there.
Okay, so this is starting with Maeve. She's still in the cloud, so now she has to make a poison check again.
You guys gotta get out.
She's
of there.
fine. So she's still good. She screams her head off at the thing that just crawled under the bed because she didn't see that before. She slides off the bed backwards because you're on the second bed closer to the window, stands up and healing words you, and that's her last spell for the day.
Healing
Her
words.
spell
What
slots
are
are
you
done?
at?
That's all her spells.
Holy
Healing words.
shit.
Or,
Oh, sorry, you.
I was
Yes.
gonna
Dude.
fuck that guy.
You guys
It's like
get
I haven't
the
been hit
fuck
by
out of there.
anything. I'm just I have
a
two
good- like,
conditions.
I disagree with that choice, but that's a good decision. Like you guys gotta get out of there.
You
I'm not
get
there, but I'm like, Dane, don't die.
7 hit points back.
Nice.
Max
I'm
you
a missing
can
Beethoven,
heal.
don't die. Actually, Beethoven had all his friends die, not that we were.
Yeah.
Beethoven was a badass.
Dude,
Then-
Beethoven rocked his socks off at the end. Dude, that was
You see
badass.
her brush her
Miss that
face
character.
Dude,
as well.
he was
And again, like she to do their healing word, she held up her hand like this, and where the thing like clawed and bit you, it's almost like black thread stitches your wounds back together, pulls tight, and then they seal. And you just have a little bit of a burn left because you have 1 hit point still down, right? So there's a little bit that didn't get taken, but it's a really interesting effect. It's just like this black thread pulls and then the wound goes away. Held that up. Magic came out of her hand to do that, and then she brushes her face.
That was the end of her spell slots, right?
And that's it. She's out of spells.
Man, that's crazy. Level 1.
So whose turn is it now?
You guys.
What's our room looking at this point? So the thing is under my bed.
Yep. So your room
The
is...
centipede.
Yeah. So your room
The
is...
fart machine is still just right in front of the door.
It takes the danger out of it. What's the fart machine doing? I mean, he's way scarier than that, but I mean, he's doing his thing. He's farting the place up.
The Dretch. Sorry. I guess I can use its real name. I do know what it is.
Yeah, he knows it.
I do know what it is.
So the other thing that you get from this, make an investigation check. And actually let you roll the other thing that you took.
Well, do you want me to? So what is is this a regular investigation
This
check?
is with advantage.
No, you do what you want to do.
Because I'm poisoned
They'll
and
let you
frightened.
roll.
Do I have
yeah,
I'll
just
give you a
regular?
regular.
I'm not crazy.
Okay, that's why I wanted
There's no
to
other
make
way.
sure.
If that's what
17.
your character...
Okay.
Think about what your character...
So-
That's why I took investigation.
Then you fucking do.
This is a
What you would do.
fiend, the Dretch. It's a demon. So these are
You should break
demons.
the rules.
It's not a devil.
It's not a devil. These
It's
are
a-
demons.
it's a-
Throw a
And so
bad
you're
sheet.
seeing that, and the Dretch is the
Green.
lowest of the low for
Like,
the
you're a
demons.
monk.
It is
You
their
tear the ceiling
just
down.
monkeys
Do
that they send out to
something.
go do stuff.
But you guys
So
gotta
you're
get the
thinking,
fuck out of there. Punch your way
And you're
through
seeing the
wall.
other
Kick
thing,
it.
the centipede, and you're like, that's probably a closet. And a closet is like the... So devils have imps, demons have quasits. And they're wingless, but they're tiny little things that can shapeshift, turn invisible, do all kinds of stuff. They're annoyances, they're smart, they're vicious. But they're not normally sent for fighting. So the Dretch is here to fight.
You are plus
That thing is
jump
here
out
for
the
something
window.
else.
It's the tumble, basically. And it's +4 is a
Okay,
pretty good
so
skill. That's
what-
your turn to jump
what
out the window and
story-
escape.
Are we on?
You would
Second.
probably find
You're like
that you would
10 feet up.
in Dayton and
Only
maybe
10 feet,
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
jumping out wouldn't be.
Acrobatics will negate it.
I think it's something else.
I would probably yell at this point like, "We need to go,"
Okay?
and then I'm gonna jump out the window.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what I wanted to do.
All right.
Caitlin and I are over here like
Oh,
talking about this.
I'm
like,
He's
oh,
jumping out a window. He's like, jump out the window. I'm like, wait, that's a good idea, actually.
Do I have a disadvantage against? Because it's an ability
no.
check. Or...
What does it say? Does it say
Set
ability
the one
checks?
fire.
It's an
And-
ability
Dave's
check
like,
for
"Wait, I'm
both my
still in
things,
here."
which
Yep.
I can't see the centipede, so
But you're still
technically
frightened. Yeah. So
I'm
yes.
still poisoned. And I
Um,
still have. Hold on, let me see what poison says.
Poison
ability
is disadvantage
and,
for
and
all.
actions, right?
All
Poison creature has
skill rolls.
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
I think it's all skill rolls.
But this is a
that-
saving
is
throw.
Does that count
So,
as a saving throw?
I'm
So
gonna let it slide. I'm gonna look it up later. But let's say no. You do not have disadvantage on the saving throw.
your poison shouldn't affect jumping out of a window.
No. This is his resisting the poison.
Oh,
So I'm saying like poison
okay.
shouldn't affect the poison. Continuing
No,
the
poison
effect of
shouldn't-
poison. Right.
Shouldn't negatively affect saving against poison.
Poison.
That would be terrible.
So
I mean, he sucks
it's a
enough without.
Constitution.
Uh huh.
10.
Uh
You continue to be
oh.
poisoned.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm the only dwarf to ever be poisoned, so
You're still poisoned.
Ew.
All right. So you need to make a
Acrobatics. Let's go.
Yep. You need to make an
At
acrobatics.
disadvantage.
A disadvantage.
That's been used versus the other ones. Those dice, I love them.
Hell
16. Get the fuck out of here, double
Nice.
16s.
Well, it
Excellent.
was an 18 and 16,
Oh, was it?
so I'll take
Ah,
the 16
yeah.
to only get a
So,
20.
You,
I only got a 20 to
you
jump out the
run
window.
and you cross your arms, smash out the window, go sailing down the 10 feet, roll, and like you don't jump back up to your feet. You did a pretty good roll, but you're poisoned and you went through glass. So you roll and like kind of like you're still on your hands and knees, but you're fine.
But I'm the fuck out
Like
of
you
there.
took
You guys see that?
4 damage jumping through the window.
You guys see that? You see that shit?
Like your arms are all
4?
cut up. Yeah, I did it as an improvised weapon.
No,
so
seriously.
D4, and I just happened to roll.
It's just level 1.
Like you have
Terrible.
glass stuck in you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, we played.
No one
Dragon
else
Ball.
has to take that damage though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Because
even-
I broke
Because
the
the
window.
glass is gone. Yeah.
I broke the window for y'all.
Okay. Sure
I'm
go.
fucking sleeping my ass off it.
So-
in a nice part of town right now.
Say I decide to jump out of the window and I roll terribly.
You'll
And
take
I-
some damage.
Okay.
On
For
the
the
ground.
fall.
How far is it down?
10 feet.
It's only 10 feet.
You'll take a D6 damage if you fail a roll.
I mean, I could face step down there. I could just be like,
Yeah, you
Do
could.
you have face step?
They do. He does it too, which you didn't think of. And you also have it, so you could have
I
touched
could've-
Maeve and got her out of there.
I think that's what I'll do.
Yeah,
But you were
yeah,
frightened, so
I was
you
like-
totally like.
That should be what
So-
you do.
Now, also,
Look,
understand
I
you're
know
about
what
to
I had.
leave Maeve in here alone.
You're like face
I
step.
can't take her
That's not how face step works.
But you gotta understand, like, the situation my character's in, like, I wouldn't think to be like,
She does
I just feel like your character
not go before
yells
those
face
things
step
go.
and then jumps through shit.
like,
That's not how
I'm
face step
frightened
works.
and poisoned. I'm just like, I just gotta get out of here.
Oh, you are frightened too.
if I jump
Yeah.
out of the
You
window,
little
can I
bitch.
take her with me?
So, if you want to try to grab her,
See, I'm
you-
not
you
doing
already
this
poisoned, so you're
because
not
I
gonna
have
get
a
any more
I was like,
disadvantage.
I ain't trying to take it with me.
but you
Fuck
can,
that.
like, you're a monk. Yeah, absolutely. You can run over there. You can grab her and drag her with you. She's not going to resist. It's double disadvantage to your. Actually,
It'd be a weird grapple
It's-
maneuver.
it's you know what it is. If you grab her, you have to take the damage
forget
because
it.
you
Forget
can't
her.
you can't roll. You're just going to have to take the impact for her.
Let the NPC roll its way out of this.
It's
issue. Like,
it's stuck in that
bad.
room,
Yeah,
and both of them get to go. Both of those demons get to go before
before her.
her.
What happens if Maeve dies?
We lose her.
Yeah.
She's our healer.
Don't listen to him. He's a thief. What? You're the warrior, the monk. What is your
You
instinct?
do
It's like,
really get to make
technically
all
you
the
do
decisions
whatever you wanna do.
You're our tank.
Me and
You're
Mitch,
literally
me and
the
Mitch
boss.
know what we would do.
I know.
If you jump out,
I know you hate
you
it,
get
but
the
you're-
acrobatics
you're
check
literally the boss right
to
now.
take
You
no
can do
damage.
whatever you
If you
want.
grab her, you can totally do it, but you're going to take a d6 damage on the hit on the
or
fall.
throw her and stick around for one combat round, then jump out.
This is a time you could throw somebody.
Hmm.
Don't do that.
No.
Just
I'm gonna try
Do-
to take her with me.
do
I'm
what
dragging
you were
her out.
initially doing.
Oof,
Right.
Double disadvantage. This
Nope.
is crazy.
No, I
She
just take
she
the
doesn't get
damage
to
on the
roll.
fall.
Like she's just jumping out and landing, and she's
Okay.
taking Maeve with her. So
Maeve
Oh, she
owes
doesn't
me.
have to roll to jump out though.
If she jumps
no,
out.
the roll. You didn't have to roll to jump out. You had to roll to not take
It's like
damage
one
from
of these
the hit.
We don't have to roll for high five. High five happens.
You take
They're jumping out the
4
window.
damage as you hit the ground
I say,
with
yeah,
Maeve.
she's fine.
Ugh.
What are you guys doing?
Now while you're on the street,
Dipping out
So
you're running.
yeah, where are you going?
to you.
You don't know where I'm at.
No, they left you there. Shut up.
I'm in a different part of
No,
town.
you're at the Faded Sign where they left
We
you.
know,
I
we know
paid
where you
money to
stayed.
stay at that hotel.
At Faded Sign.
Are the
Oh, I'm staying.
You stay at the Faded Sign.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I stayed someplace else.
I mean, we have a couple.
So,
but we can go
well-
to him and see if he's helpful, but also
You guys have jumped out of the window, leaving 2 demons in your room. You have your staff, maybe. You have nothing.
we didn't take our shit with us.
No, like you
Jump
don't
out the
sleep in your
window.
shit. Like that's all up in the room. You didn't grab your bow. You didn't grab your.
But I shot my bow. You telling me I would have just thrown it on my back as I just
Oh, okay. You did shoot your bow. I thought
the
you. I
hand
remember
axe
you
that I
hand axe.
threw,
That's
I
gone. Yeah.
understand, and I probably
So-
lost
The
that.
So I
important part
lost
is
my
you left
bow.
your hair green.
You have your bow. You have your bow.
Clearly, I've already lost that. So
You have your bow.
My
And you
hair's
grabbed your.
obviously gone.
You grabbed your bow and you grabbed your quiver, and so you have that. But you have no armor. You have none of your packs. You have none of your gear. You have none of your other
Loser needs
stuff.
armor.
Right. And you are standing. You're sitting out in the street in front of the Elf Song Inn, bloody, beaten, with 2 demons up in your room. You're asleep at the Faded Sign after you played some dice and talked to a rogue tiefling from uptown. And that's our stream. That's game 1
Oh,
in the
12:30.
books
That was
Jesus.
intense.
All right.
of the Cardinal Bond. So, just real quick, we get some beer to finish, stuff like that. What do you guys think?
Had fun.
I liked it. I think next session, I think Erevar is going to have a little bit more of a voice.
I
think separating the party was the wrong thing to do for once.
Well,
for once.
You were coming in this
So-
as mercenary, which makes sense, and you've never worked with these guys, and you thought the job was over. But now, with this information coming back to you,
Yes.
the job is not over.
So I was going to say that
So that's my thing is-
I role played my separation, but
Yeah.
it won't make sense now to do that again because you guys have been hunted.
I guess I've just
Something's
never,
coming at you.
like, every other game I've ever played, we just went back and we went to bed. It's never been like
Yeah.
you go to bed and something attacks
Attacks
you.
you.
So I've never had that experience before with not just like we're resting and we're going to start the new adventure tomorrow kind of
How do
thing.
you feel about your character and not just like your roles in your battle, but like your actual role play? Like how
For
do you
four.
feel about
All four of
who
you
you
supposed to
are?
be there.
I feel like I'm
Difficulty.
connecting more than I
Yeah.
ever have, like
Deadly
going based off
Is
of like
the next level.
what I
So
think
if I
my
take a
character
player
would do
out,
as
that's
opposed to
deadly.
like what I would do as a person, you know?
Do you think that the next time you play that you'll feel more like you? Like you'll,
Oh yeah,
let's
for
do it
sure.
Again. Let's do it
Well, that's why
again.
I'm excited to play this. I've
Well-
never played a character more than 2
Yeah,
games in
you've
a row.
always been
And
one-offs, yeah.
you're establishing things. Like, first off, you took Maeve with you, you bought her food and drink, you talked to her, and now you just possibly saved her life, and you risked your own to do it. So that's establishing like your character's morals and your values. So you just keep building on that and keep that in mind.
I think you should remember things like that too as we play forward, where you're like, would I do this or would I not do this? It's not you, it's would Lorda do this? Like, she's already jumped out the window, wants to save a friend's life. So you're like, hey, what do you feel about this dungeon? She's like, fuck him. Like, no, because Lorda would have
Right,
jumped out of
yeah.
the window to save
I
a
can't
friend.
just
Yeah,
flip. Okay.
but
So
I think
you're
you did
establishing.
really well.
I
like this group is okay.
It's very
I can't believe you
interesting
didn't
for
pick
me
somebody.
because
Ranger with no track.
as I was telling him the other night,
just kidding.
is like
It's okay,
the
it's
first
not
game
okay.
we were talking about
Don't think it's
was
okay, it's not okay.
hey. The first game that we're talking about was that Waterdeep heist, and it's like, oh, there's investigation and all this stuff, and so then I'm like, okay, now they're gonna want to play mercenaries. They want to do combat. So I'm like, cool. They go out, they fight some gnolls, this and that, and they come back, and then all this intrigue happens and all this stuff. They go, I'm like, crap, I'm making the Waterdeep heist again. So
I'm not
I
gonna
don't-
lie,
I don't-
when, like that's the first time like
to
when
reel
you
it
were
back.
talking about the centipede and everything like that I felt it like in my on
Yeah.
my person,
I-
like my real life
I
person.
got
I was
shivers.
like, oh shit.
When I thought of that encounter of that
Yeah.
thing coming in the room, I like, ooh, I just did it to
Yeah.
myself again. Like,
Yeah.
fucking centipede.
We were joking. Yeah, we were joking around. When you
Oh.
did that, I was like, all right, cool. I don't like the centipede
Fucking
anymore at all. I don't like it at all. It came under the door.
Right.
Like, yeah,
And it
barf.
opened the door. It's
God
like one of those
damn,
centipedes
man.
that's like massive, and so this is like getting deeper. It's getting deeper than just going out and clearing a knoll camp. Something
It
else
is.
is going on.
So we seem like we're in the middle of something. Obviously, the next time that we get together,
Next
Go
week. But the other funny thing was I had 3 encounters planned for tonight, but you split the group.
I did.
So each of you had 2 encounters. You all had the knoll encounter, and then he had the encounter with the thief coming in and talking to him and all that stuff, and then you guys had the encounter of the
Yeah.
demons coming
You're
in your room.
welcome, by the way.
Fuck you. I'm super team split.
If it went the other way around.
You'll come to hate this.
So first off, having like the rogue come to you guys, it would have gone a lot differently. I don't think you would have gotten as much out of it because you couldn't talk to him in Thieves' Cant. You wouldn't have known those questions. But if I would have sent the demons in his room, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
Like, he'd just be dead.
It's going to be a weird thing because well, I don't want to say like I'm in charge of the group, but like you guys work with me. My job is to charisma, so I'm supposed to talk to people, I'm supposed to negotiate trade, negotiate price, that sort of thing. I'm also supposed to sneak ahead, I'm supposed to look for traps, that sort of stuff. If you put me in direct combat, I just die. So when I joke around about separating the party on a regular basis, it's because I think that you guys can do your part and I
Yeah.
can do mine. And he's right. If he'd sent that centipede, I would have just died. The centipede would have killed me. The fucking fart monster wouldn't even have had to come in.
Well, that's what I told like you. I don't remember who, but before we started this game, we were thinking about characters. Like I asked so many questions because I remember playing a game with you guys where I was the leader and you guys were fucking useless to me. And I was like, this is how important it is to have like a well-rounded party. And
Yep.
It is. So now we have a ranger, a monk, a thief, and a
Well,
cleric.
that was the K-Mare game, right?
No.
No.
She's talking about where she was the Yanti, the snake
Yeah.
lady.
The one I wasn't there for. I was in Arkansas when you guys played that one.
So
No, you weren't here because you were a rogue. But
Oh,
you were missing
sorry.
something.
So
Yeah.
we played.
We were all
Yeah, no, you're
No,
right.
no, not that one.
This is a different one.
Different one. So
No?
she played the snake lady.
This
and
was with the
you
harpies,
played,
right?
Nope.
No, you're mixing up like three
yeah,
things.
yeah.
I ran the harpy game.
Okay.
So I was
You were
obviously
playing the
there.
snake lady, and you were playing. You were
I
playing a
wasn't-
barbarian,
No,
I
I
think.
wasn't
but
here
it,
for
You
the
were a
snake lady. Yes,
barbarian.
no, you
said
were for one of
was
them. You were for
Rock
one
I
of them.
wasn't here for snake lady at all.
Yes, you were.
Yes, because you guys were my party. Because you were.
Who was I then?
I don't know, but I remember like sitting here and looking to you
It
and
might
you
have been
being like,
Robert.
I can't do anything.
know, but I'm pretty
It
sure
was
it's
him.
you.
It was him.
90%.
So
Robert. I
no,
wasn't here
you
for
guys
that.
fought a black dragon at the end,
I didn't
and
do
it
that.
acided the hell out of you.
I wasn't there for that.
I'm gonna pull up, and you're gonna watch a video of yourself playing that you don't remember.
Yeah.
That was
It'd be
hilarious.
amazing if you did that.
But
It wasn't
you
because I
guys, she had to
remember looking
get.
at
So
you
she had to
and
get.
help, and you were like, I can't
Think about it
do
this way.
anything, like-
I'm sure you're gonna remember
I
these
definitely would have
things.
said that.
She was hunting artifacts to help her people.
Yes, I watched you guys
Bitch,
play this.
you
No,
there.
there was 2 sessions
I was
of
not
this.
here for
There was
this,
2
so-
sessions of
Yeah,
this.
don't find
We'll
it.
talk about that.
Okay,
That's fine.
so you guys found a burial mound. You had a little halfling scout, and the burial mound had all the snakes around it, and she could talk
So
to
And then I
snakes.
said,
It's a solo
can I throw a bitch
dragon.
up
Yeah,
there?
and then
Solo-
you
no.
went down and into it, and you found the
Drug dealing monkey is the solo dragon game.
the solo dragon game. I don't know what that means.
We'll just have to
Yeah.
pull up the video.
Where I basically as Rocknug.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
this
you
is
were
where you got
right.
poisoned.
I
You
didn't-
failed the 2 poison
And
checks.
I didn't play the
No.
second Rocknut game.
Hold on.
I wasn't there.
But
I'm talking about
people
there's
were
2
like,
sessions.
did you just solo that dragon? Because I basically did most of the damage
Yeah.
to the dragon.
Everyone
while
else fell in the
everyone else
water.
was-
He was
I wasn't
there.
there for that.
You were absolutely there. Yeah. I'll pull it up on YouTube and I'll show you.
Drug dealing monkey, was I there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
There-
you, drug dealing monkey.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
I want you to remember that this is
You
2
were
sessions.
useless.
You were not there for the first. You were there for the second.
I really don't
Yeah.
think I was.
And the
I
first
was there.
one, yeah, he was there for the dragon.
All right.
Yeah. So you went down, and that halfling turned into a demon, and said, "You're to give me
Yeah.
that statue," and you
That's-
actually like
Oh,
intimidated
the
it.
fucking
I-
statue. Yes, I was there for that.
And someone intimidated.
No, didn't I make him think like?
Oh, you made him think. Oh, I'll just give
It's
it back to you. You
fine.
charmed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
there.
then
for
the
that.
second one, you went into the city. You had to find the catacombs and the aqueducts. You blathered your way into the aqueducts. You went through traps.
Yeah.
You went through halls of
Yeah.
tombs, and then you found the black dragon in that cistern of water, and pretty much Dayton had to solo it because everyone else kept falling in the water or getting thrown
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
'cause it was like the
Yeah.
I
smelly
think
thing.
I think Mitch had done like one round. He like hit it with an arrow
I
or
will
something.
say-
You were the
that I was-
rogue. You were moving up.
Yeah,
you
I
were
was pretty drunk for
investigating
that
all the.
But after
So I
that, it
was
was just
there.
like
When you
just
were
me like berserking and like going nuts on it, and it was like
So-
I had to roll like
fucking
Yeah.
rock.
the best ever to like actually kill it before it killed us all, and I was like, yeah, just solo the dragon, fuck y'all.
So this is the first session of the Cardinal bot in the books. This mercenary group has been thrown together and may have gotten into something bigger than what they thought. As
Separated right away. which
as
is, Mitch way.
they went and killed some gnolls, but then some demons showed up out of nowhere. Very interesting. We hope you'll be here next week. On Tuesday, we are going to do another session.
One more at least.
One more session of Wileyverse Mitch. And we're thinking it's going to be a follow-up to the Dungeons & Dragons episode where we show you advanced character levels and some other big stuff.
D&D is kind of common, and I've played it more than anything else, so having a leveled up character was something easy to do. Wiley actually made a leveled up character for me, and I had a lot of fun with it. So it might be fun for us to get together for a couple of hours and really
And do it and talk about and I'll make a couple other characters. I'll make the level 3s and the level 5s and the level 10s to show the people the different power levels and when you make certain decisions. Because at 3rd level you pick your subclass. You know, at 10th level you're kind of a badass. At 20th level, you're
Well,
damn near a god.
we can also pull up Xernax to see the difference too. Like, this is an arcane trickster. This is swashbuckler. That sort of thing. Like, I think he might be useful at that time.
And then next Wednesday, we're going to find out what happens to all these fools.
You window jump
Couple
pieces of
running
shit.
through the streets, bleeding,
So-
near naked, no gear. You're just in your sleep clothes, trying to get away from whatever happened in your room, and trying to find him to see, what happened, and him just blissfully sleeping away after having won some money and
A little
dice.
extra from my room. I thought we were done.
Any final words, anyone?
Kaylin, take us out.
We'll be here next Wednesday. Sometimes you can come back on Tuesday.
We just
and
said
see
all.
Wileyverse.
Also, on Sunday we do random.
Thank you all. We will see you at Thirsty's drug dealing monkey.
Bye.